Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Abyssal Clucks for session 7 of our Curse of Strahd campaign. My name is Matt, and I will be your DM for all things spooky and vampire around here at Abyssal Clucks. And I'm really excited to get into this session after our fun last couple of sessions at dinner with Strahd. Just a couple announcements off the top. We are affiliate status here on Twitch, which means that you can subscribe to this channel, support us in any way that you can, and if you have Amazon Prime, you can use Prime Gaming to designate Abyssal Clucks as your one free Twitch subscription every single month. So if you have Amazon Prime, get clicking. We also like to use funny accents around these parts, and we also frequently mess up those accents. So if you want to join us in taking a drink anytime someone messes up their accent, if you're 21 or over, drink whatever the hell you want. But if you're under 21, you're in the Apple Juice fan club, baby. The other thing is that we also like to come up with our favorite quotes or moments from the sessions to use as potential episode titles when we upload our sessions onto YouTube, which we are doing on a regular basis. All 6 sessions that we have played up until this point, I believe, are now available on YouTube. So for whatever reason you can't catch the stream live, feel free to take a look on YouTube. And I think that's just about everything for the time being. Anthony has just stepped away from the table for a second, so we're just going to wait for like a hot sec.
I have a strange feeling that only 5 episodes are uploaded.
Gotcha. Well, it might be that only 5 sessions are up, so you'll have to wait for the epic conclusion to dinner with Strahd. But that'll be up really soon. We've been being a lot better about updating on YouTube.
It'll be up in 2 minutes.
It'll be up in 2 minutes. If you're watching live, head to YouTube. Amazing. Okay.
It's live.
It's up. Fantastic. Wow. The magic of the internet.
Okay.
So, speaking of the magic of the internet, let us introduce our players. Hi, everybody. How are we doing? We have a little bit of a change in our players today, but I'll get to that in just a second. I will start, as always, with the woman that Dolly Parton wrote the song Jolene about. It's Rosie.
How did you know?
I know things, okay? That's my job.
It's really embarrassing. Hi. I'm Rosie. I am playing Lady Amaya Monte, who is a Valkyrie artificer, and it's just, a casual second bell.
Yeah.
We're vibing.
Yeah. He was driving so fast on a jet ski that he created the BP oil spill. It's Anthony.
It was really nice of them to take the fall.
Yeah, they really covered your ass on that one.
It would have been real bad for me if I had to. Hi, my name's Anthony. I'm playing Tornir.
Awesome. And on the other side of the table, we have a special guest joining us today. She went back in time to invent the printing press herself just so that she in the future could read all the Harry Potter books.
You're welcome.
It's Cameron. Hi, Cameron. Welcome to Abyssal Clucks.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Cameron, and I will be playing Seely. She is a fairy bard, so get ready for all the puns I'm going to make.
Yes, awesome. Yeah, so we are without our lovely Xenia, who plays Corin this week. So we decided to have a fun little guest appearance by Cameron. And I think Bard Energy is going to be very fun for this party. And finally, when he's not playing Dungeons & Dragons, he anamorphs into a Triceratops. It's Mark.
That's 100% accurate, yes.
You're supposed to say fake things.
Yes.
Mine wasn't fake.
Oh, I'm supposed to make these. Right.
Write that down.
Sorry, Mark, who are you playing?
I am Sabine. She is a changeling rogue.
Yeah! Alright, so let's recap a little bit because it's been 2 weeks since we were actually here playing together. We did a little bit of a double session last time. So last we saw our band of intrepid adventurers. They were having dinner as per the invitation of one Count Strahd von Zarevich, the de facto dictator of the country of Barovia that our players have found themselves traipsing about for the last little while. During dinner, they had some very interesting cat and mouse conversations with Strahd. He tried to entice some of them with things that he knew that they wanted. They met some of his companions and consorts and tried to gain some information to potentially use as leverage against Strahd. There was some one-on-one conversations with Strahd, which we have not dissected as a party yet. And at the end of the session, we were all back in Strahd's black carriage, being drawn back towards the village of Valaki. As the late night sky swirls with thunderstorms, lightning crackling overhead, Corin stares out the window sort of absent-mindedly, just tapping on the window, sort of not really focused or engaged with any of you at this current moment. As the carriage trots along the old Sphalic road back towards Valaki. So if you guys have anything you want to talk about, now would be the time.
I'm just kind of keeping an eye on everyone.
Okay.
Well, I think we can all agree that was a terrible dinner and we're never going back there again.
Well, we gotta go back in, kill him.
Kill him, right, but not to do anything else.
Yeah.
We're all on the same page there. I'm trying to kill him. Not gonna try to reason with him. Or join him.
No.
No?
Why? I feel like we're all sort of staring at me.
You just got really quiet when we started talking.
Oh,
Me.
conversation?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. Sounds good.
Strahd equals evil. We're all in the same boat there. Just gonna make sure before we continue in this quest that we don't have to like fight each other to death over
Those
petty differences.
those conversations were weird, right?
Yes.
Like real bad.
Some would say manipulative.
Yeah. I thought that little kid was gonna be the worst thing that happened to me today, but here we are.
Oh, the kid who said you don't matter or whatever?
I wish that's what he said. That would, or she said.
He?
Yeah. I wish that's what he said. That would have been a lot easier.
Well, we all believe that you matter and you're an important part of this, whatever we want to call this.
Wait, there's a little boy,
Yeah.
kind of like came
Creepy
up,
little shit.
held your hand, and then like
Yeah.
said something like that was personally troubling.
Yeah.
Okay, same thing.
Yeah, man, we meant to.
You okay?
No, kind of cut deep.
What did you say?
Going to die and that no one would remember me. It kind of felt like something that a normal kid would say, but like he looked into my eyes and it felt like it hit my soul.
Mine was like really specific. Like it was definitely not. Huh.
Well, mine was like.
I guess any little shitty little kid could say that.
Children are cruel.
Children are monsters. Oh my god. Why does anyone bother having them?
Right?
Legacy? I don't know. So
Yeah, and to be remembered.
So, what did he say to you?
Kid or Strahd?
I think we got the gist of the kid.
That's fair.
What about Strahd?
He basically offered to make me human if I turned in an arena.
Do you want to be human?
I mean, anything's better than this, right?
I don't know about that. I mean, you've got a metal arm, you can... I think it's pretty cool. You could like put a gun in it, you could add a grappling hook, you can...
I'd rather just have two hands.
But
It's fair.
is that your deepest desire?
It's what you want, but is it what you need?
I am far from speculating on what I may need, to be completely frank.
Well, maybe we'll find out.
Because he offered me my deepest desire. It's weird he didn't to you.
Maybe you're easier to read.
Maybe I know what I want.
Well, you've had the luxury of a lot more time to figure that out.
I think that's true.
Well, you didn't offer me anything I wanted, so,
You didn't talk to him.
That's why.
Well, sure, but there isn't really anything you could offer me that I would actually accept, so.
Same.
At this point, you've only been traveling for a short while, maybe an hour or so on your way back, and the carriage stops. With sort of no to-do about it, you don't hear any voices, there's no announcement made, the carriage just stops. And you recognize this place as the fork in the road where Strahd came upon you on your way to the village of Valaki, where the carriage was initially standing and waiting when you approached initially.
I suppose this is us.
Is there a stop?
Guess his hospitality doesn't run that far.
Guess it runs as long as the road goes.
Well, don't have your weapons. I still have my crowbar and my wonderful dress.
Yes, you do.
So.
Mm-hmm. And Corin gets up and says, yes, I suppose that we must continue on foot from this point.
I agree. Did you have too much wine or anything? Your voice sounds kind of different, but...
God damn it.
I don't quite know how to feel about what we just experienced.
Me neither. So you guys want to head out?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Alright, let's get up.
Okay. You guys get out of the carriage and begin walking. With no other mounts or horses, you're going to have to make the rest of this trek on foot. From what you can remember of your journey there, it'll take you a few hours to get to Valaki, and it's very late at night. The moon sort of shines hazily through the kind of always overcast sky that exists here in Barovia.
That means we're passing the windmill on the way back, right?
You will be passing the windmill on the way back. Yep. You all begin walking. Everyone's passive perception real quick. Yours is 18 now,
Buffed.
right?
16.
16. Why do I keep doing that?
13.
16, 13.
I think 12.
Okay. Corin's, I believe, is a 14.
Yeah.
So, Amaya, you are very aware of the night sounds around you, while others might be a little bit more lost in their thoughts, contemplating either what Strahd offered them or didn't offer them, or replaying information that you've received to see how it might benefit you. You hear the scurrying of things in the underbrush and the flapping of wings a little way off in the trees, and this sort of permeating sense that you are very much not alone, and you are very much not going unnoticed as you walk at night down the old Sphalic Road. So your senses are sort of heightened in this sense. You guys trek along, and before long you hear the rushing of water as you approach the waterfall that you heard of from the old Vistani man who described Strahd's battle with the wizard von Richten, who came to try to thwart Strahd. And as you approach, you hear Amaya growling and the snapping of jaws.
Wolves?
From what you can tell, it sounds like wolves. You don't see anyone at first, but I will have you with the highest passive perception make a perception check to see what you can discern about.
Don't fuck me. 13. Yep.
Okay, so it's hard to make out what's going on, but you do see up in front of you on the road a pack of wolves sort of gathered around the base of a tree. One wolf clawing at the trunk of the tree, trying to leap up and climb at it. And you hear a voice yelling down at the wolves. You can't really make out what it's saying as of this point. So what are you guys doing at this moment?
Do these look like Strahd wolves or wolf wolves?
Make a nature check for me.
That's not going well.
Well,
16.
16, okay. Yeah, so from what you can tell, these wolves have a little bit, what's strange about them is the way that their fur catches the moonlight. It's almost as if there is a more luminescent, like shiny quality to their fur than your average wolf that you would run across. They're not the larger wolves that you saw running after you as you made your way into the village of Barovia, but they definitely don't appear to be normal wolves as far as you can tell. Are you keeping distance? Are you approaching?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, so I mean,
I'll point it out.
Amaya points it out to you guys.
I'm gonna use a little prestidigitation to do kind of just a streak, like almost a warning shot, but I'm just not gonna do it like actually shoot
Right,
since I
just
don't
like
know
more
what's
like
going on.
visual.
Yeah, like almost like a firework or something, just shooting right above their heads and be like, "That's enough now."
Okay. As these sparks sort of shower over where the wolves are clustered, you see a brief moment of pause from them swarming against the base of this tree. And they sort of all look up and look around, and one wolf looks directly at you, but doesn't approach, just sort of turns and faces you.
Well, shall we?
Oh, we're actually attacking them. We're not running away and screaming.
I mean, at least want to spook them.
Yes. I mean, might as well. Alright.
I'm gonna dress. I don't know if I'm really ready for fight. Oh, sure. Yeah.
We don't need to fight to spook them.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
I guess I draw out my #1 crossbow and not crossbow.
Crowbar.
Crowbar.
There
Crossbar. Awesome. So as you guys make your approach, it is a little bit easier for you to make out what's happening where the wolves are gathered. Crouched on the lowest branch of that tree, you see a figure. Cameron, if you'd like to describe yourself.
so I am about 3 feet tall. I have light features. My skin is slightly translucent, but when the light hits my hair, my eyes, my skin, it looks like it's kind of different colors.
Cool. And so what would you be doing at this point? You're being surrounded by a pack of 5 wolves that are sort of like snapping at you from underneath.
So I'm holding on to the branch for dear life. I'm terrified, but I'm, trying to yell down and scare them away, but, it's not working. My voice is shaking, and I am just, really scared.
Okay. So you see this sort of, you see this figure lit up in this sort of like strange multicolor array by the moonlight that strikes through the trees, sort of clutching onto this branch for dear life and sort of like falteringly shouting down at the wolves to like scram, right? So as you guys approach, well, where does this one go? Here? Yeah. Cool. So so this is the one that's looking at you guys. This is the one that's closest to the tree.
So sorry. It's not like we haven't interacted before.
Sorry, man.
And there's nothing actually spidery about these wolves, right?
No, they are not spidery, but this is the closest approximation I have in terms of mini figurines at this moment. I would say at this point that you all, and we'll just use this for Corin, are here about, so I would say probably Amaya leading the charge at this point, and Corin sort of hanging behind. Yeah, so it's at about this distance that you can sort of clearly see what's going on. The wolf that's looking at you, Amaya, bends down. Its four legs, its front legs, not like four, like the number, like its front legs bowing as it begins snarling at you.
Can I light a pine cone on fire?
Yeah, you can absolutely light a pine cone on
I'm
fire.
gonna light a pine cone on fire, and then I'm gonna put it in my slingshot.
Okay, let's
Aim it directly at the lead wolf.
at the wolf. Amazing. Okay, so we'll give you some space to do that, and you sort of just like flaming pine cone, locked, loaded, and ready to go. Amazing. Okay, so. Are we holding until the wolves do something, or are we...
I'm glancing at Maya and Fournier.
Cool.
I mean, my head's a little foggy due to, where we were, so I'm not at peak, but I still should be able to fight.
Great. So I'm gonna let go.
I'm actually, as like my prep, if that's alright, I'm gonna go for Radiant Soul.
Yeah, so wings pop out.
Yeah.
Let's talk damage.
Yeah, let me roll for that.
Wait, has she had those this whole
I
time?
have never done this.
She has
Wow.
never
I am
popped her wings
literally
out.
sprouting wings, and they're like a weird blend of angelic, but also bat-like, but also mechanical.
So,
Like they're kind of horrifying.
Nice.
That's max damage for me. I'm gonna take 8 damage for that one.
Oof. So you sort of hear this strange like tearing of metal and flesh as a pair of glowing golden bat-like wings sprout out of Amaya's back. Cool. And at this point, I think we're about to get into it, so let's roll initiative, everybody.
Does that include
let
me or
go.
no?
That does include me.
Okay.
I let go of the pine cone first, right?
Oh yeah, if you wanna shoot the pine cone to yeah, go for that.
That's going to be a 19.
That will hit.
And wait, any shepherd swashbuckler does, sorry.
That's okay.
Is this
Never gonna understand rogues. I know, I reflected it. Why do you keep getting so red?
Oh, that's not. That's the shadow of the pants.
Okay.
Did you lift it and you got confused as, where'd it go?
It looks like those.
I know.
But yes, that does include you for
Yeah.
initiative, yeah.
Alright, and with my feet, so that is going to be. I'm sorry, what do I. It's been a while since I've done this. Do I have dexterity to damage, or is it just.
Yeah, because it's a slingshot, it's a dex-based weapon.
Alright, so that's 5 damage.
Okay. And also roll a d4 for fire damage.
Nice. Oh.
Nice, that's +1.
Okay. So 5 bludgeoning damage and 1 fire damage. You got it. Okay. So. Okay. And with that, I'm gonna roll for the wolves real quick. Dear God. Okay.
Use some actual spells for once.
So, 20 to 25. Anybody?
That's cute.
Okay.
Oh, we're rolling a.
15 and over. Ooh, okay. What do we got?
16?
16?
17.
19.
Okay. So we have Amaya, then Tornier, then Sealy. Okay. 10 to 15.
12.
12. Okay, then Sabine. And I have to roll for a coin. That's terrible. Excellent. And okay, so just to give everyone initiative order off the top, we have Amaya leading off, followed by Tornir, followed by Sealy, followed by Sabine, followed by the Wolves, followed by Karin. So at the top of initiative, Amaya, what are we doing?
It's gonna take me a couple turns to get to where I want to position myself, so I'm just gonna start heading over. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's as close as I can get for now. And I'm gonna do a little pew pew.
A little pew pew with the boom boom. Cool. Shoot this wolf.
Yeah, and let me set up my Eldritch Cannon actually.
Cool.
I don't trust y'all anymore. Being first is such pressure.
And sorry, does this gun count as magical?
Yes,
damage?
because it is infused right now.
It's infused. Got it. Fantastic.
Yes.
And you're shooting at lead wolf boy.
Hold on, I'm just gonna see if I have to. I always forget if I have to spend an action to create my.
For the cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe
It's an action.
It's an action.
So I'm gonna hold off on that and just do a little PPO first.
Okay, shoot first.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm gonna go for the one facing me because it's looking at me weird.
Okay.
That's a nat one. That was a mistake.
That will miss.
Fuck. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so and you're flying over, right? Or are you walking over?
Flying, and I'm also going to. I think that's it. That's all I'm gonna do.
So Amaya's wings spread out as Sabine fires a flaming pine cone at the lead wolf. Amaya swoops in, gun drawn, and blasts, but because of the flying, you misjudge the accuracy of your shot, so you actually shoot right over the wolf.
I should have thought of this first, but I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat bonus action.
Bonus action, you got it.
Which means I get a dash right now, and I should have done that first because that would have let me do the spell I was hoping to do, but I'm gonna.
So you're playing yourself right in the thick of it.
Yup!
You got it.
I'm hovering, they can't quite reach me.
Okay, so that is action, bonus action, and movement. That's everything, I think, right?
Yup.
Great, so Tornir, you're up.
Shit. Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay.
I can't bonus action dash, right?
You can't.
That's
No.
not something I can do.
You can action dash just to be ready for next turn.
I guess so, yeah. I'll action dash.
Great.
So, 5, 20. Is this technically within 5 feet of her? Or do I have to be
No, I'm flying.
You're flying? How far in the air are you flying?
Like 10, 15 feet.
Fuck, what am I doing here?
Okay, anything else you'd like to do for your turn, Tornir?
I do not believe I can do it.
You got it. Okay, so Tornir rushes in, glaive and shield ready to go, baby. All right. After that, we have Sealy.
So does Druidcraft allow me to light a small fire? Or does it only allow me to snuff one?
It allows you to snuff one. That would be something like...
Produce flame.
Yeah, produce flame.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, at a loss to do anything else, I fly and I try to get onto a higher branch.
Okay, great. That's fairly easy to do. I'm not gonna have you roll to do that. So you're now just about like 5 feet above where you were previously.
And can I do anything else, or is that my home?
So if you want, I would just count that as your movement. So you still have an action and bonus action if you'd like to do something.
So when I do that, I am able to get onto a branch that has a bunch of pine cones, and I like grab a couple and try to throw them down.
Okay, awesome. So at this point, are you just trying to distract or like deter the wolves as opposed to like actually doing damage?
Yeah, like I'm thinking that are all of the wolves paying attention to them, or are some still trying to get up the tree?
Well, so at this point, this one is definitely trying to get up the tree. This one is more focused on you. These two sort of have their attention divided at this moment with the swooping in at the other two. But you have these two in front of you. They're definitely focused on you still.
Cool. So at this point, since I don't know who these people are, if they're trying to help me, I'm just trying to get rid of the wolves that are underneath me.
You got it.
So I try to hit them to get them to leave.
Okay, so what I'm going to have you do is make an intimidation check, just to see how successful these pine cones are at maybe spooking these wolves from continuing to pursue you.
Well, who knows?
Let's find out. It is
Oh, I see it. It's far. I'm just gonna use a different one for now.
Where is it?
Far away. Very sorry.
Oh, that is very far. Woo! This is a lot of crawling.
What's
Okay.
happening?
There you go.
Your intimidation bonus.
Cool. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Alrighty. Not great. Alright. 8.
Okay, so unfortunately, you throw several pine cones down, and most of them land at the feet of the wolf closest to you, who has taken a break from trying to snap up at you. It does not seem deterred in its pursuit at this point. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Great. Sabine, you are up.
Alright, so, how far is it from here to here?
50 feet. So 50 feet to the wolf, 40 feet to get right there.
Great. So, could I dash? If I dash, do I need to use all my movement at once?
No, you don't.
So I could dash.
So you have
stab.
up to 60 feet. So if you're using your movement and dashing, you have a full amount of 60 feet that you can use. You don't have to use all of
So
it.
if I use 50 feet and then 10 feet, would that create an opportunity attack?
So if you use 50 feet to get up to it and then move 10 feet backwards, yes, it would.
Alright, cool. So I think I'm going to dash 40 feet and then 20 feet up to the adjacent tree.
Okay.
And then I'm going to,
So you want to climb the tree.
yeah,
Okay.
so 40, then 20 feet up. And from there, I'm going to try find another icon.
Okay. So make either an athletics or acrobatics check. I'm sure I know which one you're gonna pick.
Show me athletics.
It could be an 8.
An 8. So as you approach the tree, it's a little. You don't have a climbing speed, do you? That's most often associated with like tabaxi or things like that. So yeah, I have to have you make a check to climb it. So unfortunately, you rush at the tree and you don't quite manage to climb it. You were now sitting at the base of the tree right here.
Cool. And are there any wolves that aren't have 5 feet of space around them, or are they all packed together?
So this one I would say probably has the most space. These two I would say are sort of like isolated the most. Yeah.
Great, because I can sneak attack. Well, actually, no, I need to be within 5 feet. I'm just gonna stab at the nearest wolf with my crowbar.
Okay, so you're gonna go for the wolf that is being flanked by Tornir.
Just bonk it on the nose. Cool, that's going to be an 11.
That just misses.
Aw.
Okay.
And have I already used all my movement, or?
No, you still have 20 feet of movement.
But that's opportunity attack.
No, oh, well, technically because you engaged in melee combat, yes, so that would be opportunity attack. So you do still have movement, but it would be provoking an opportunity attack.
Mm-hmm. And is Tornir flanking it?
Tornir is... he's within melee range, but I wouldn't say technically flanking, because you'd have to be on the opposite side.
Yeah, like it's engaged, it'll help a sneak attack, but not with like advantage or anything like that.
Alright.
So, in that case, what would you like to do? Because that was your action. You still, you technically use your bonus action to dash. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's everything for Sabine. So, at this point, it is the wolves' turn. So, just for clarification, how high off the ground are you? 10 feet?
15.
That you can get 15 feet up in the air?
Yeah.
So I would have said that diminishes your...
I dashed, so I think I had it.
Oh, so you dashed. Got it. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, so this wolf is going to stay.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. This will be for the next round, but as Swashbuckler, I can, if I make a melee attack, the creature can't make opportunity attacks against me the rest of the turn.
Oh, okay. Well, if you would like to move away, then.
Can I try climbing again? Or no, I'll just move.
Yeah. So, you want to move the full 20?
Yep.
Great. Okay. Cool. No, that's an important detail. Great. So the wolf that is focused on Sealy is going to remain. So this wolf is going to come up and provide backup just to sort of prevent you from getting down or at least moving from where you are. This wolf, actually these two wolves, are going to sort of swirl around Amaya and try to leap up and grab you to no avail because you are 15 feet off the ground. And finally, our last wolf is going to take a multi-attack against Tornir. So first off, it is going to growl and lunge at your forearm with its jaws and try to bite you. That is a 17 to hit.
That misses.
That misses! I was like, I know his armor class is disgusting, but that's great. So the wolf lunges out, you throw your shield in front of it, and its sort of teeth clang against the painted metal of your shield. Then in retaliation, it's going to try to swipe at you with its claw, and that is a 13 to hit. That misses. Ineffective turn from the wolves so far as we
did nothing our round, so.
as we head to Corin's turn. Corin is going to
What?
Corin.
sort of
Bring it back!
On it.
head towards the tree line and make an attempt to hide for the time being.
What a snake.
Cool. That's Corin's turn. We are back to the top of initiative with Amaya.
Okay, let me pitch something.
Okay, we love it. Rule of cool.
Life is not on a grid. I want to do a 15-foot cube, but like, can I get like, I know this one's pushing it, but can I get like these three into a 15-foot cube if I go on the diagonal?
So,
Like, if I'm like, this is a 15-foot.
yeah,
Like,
you can
these
easily
three.
get all 5 of these if you center something like.
No,
at this point.
I have to be on the corner of it. So, but it's only this big, so I feel like I can get these 3 maybe.
Well, if you're flying, dude, you can like.
I have to be on like the corner of the cube, not the center of the cube. It like emits from me.
Okay, but
Yeah.
you could also do.
Go down, you mean?
I think what we're saying is that the cube
5, 10.
is there.
Yeah, so if like think about if we're doing diagonally, like
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 5,
Yeah.
10, 15. I think the only one that's going to be difficult to get is this boy.
I want to get like these 3 more than I want to get this one.
Okay,
can
so
I
you
inch
can
forward?
swoop this way.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to get most of these, but if I can get one more, it'd be great.
So you're going to miss this one, yeah.
That's fine. Cool.
But 15-foot cube like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Great.
You can get all
Cool.
4.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave.
Yeah, you are.
So
Okay.
they all have to do a con save.
Con save. Okay, I'm going to roll for each of the wolves individually. Because I am a glutton for punishment. Okay, so that's a 14 and a 12, a 17, a nat 20,
Jesus.
and that's all the ones that you can get.
So that's only 1 fail, so they'll all be half damage. But
Okay.
I rolled really well, so that's fine. So that's gonna be 7 damage each. Let me double check. that.
Except for the one that failed, right?
Wait, the fail's gonna be 15.
Fail's going to be 15. Okay.
Okay, and let me just double check that there isn't any modifier and it's just the 2d8, because I'm pretty sure that's true. Yep, and the failed one, whichever one it is,
Yep.
is pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay. So, yep. Cool. So, what does Thunder Wave look like when you cast it?
It's more an auditory, so it's like the boom emanates.
Cool.
But first, just for flavor,
Yeah.
my gun misfired, which we didn't really talk about, but my gun.
Oh, it's a nat 1. It's a misfire.
Right.
Oh my god.
So I looked up how to fix it and decided that's not worth it right now. So I literally and then put it away and then
Okay.
and just kind of like almost as if I'm smacking the ground, but still hovering. So I just kind of smash down with my hands, and this boom emanates from me.
Cool. And this almost like rippling goes through the air and slams into 4 of the 5 wolves. One of them getting is it knocked prone or just knocked back?
Just knocked back.
Okay, gotcha. So it sort of like digs its paws into the ground and like slides. You can see the claw marks in the dirt as it's pushed 10 feet away from you. Anything else with your turn, Maya?
No, I don't have. Actually, I'm gonna use my little bonus. I think I probably have enough movement, but just in case, I'll use my bonus action, Expeditious Retreat, and hop up to the tree with our new friend.
Okay, so
like land on the ridge.
you approach this shiny being in
We're
the
both
tree.
shiny.
Yeah. So just for a brief physical description of everyone, so Amaya has sort of a half humanoid, half metallic body.
But it's like a kind of coppery, bronzy skin, and then the metallic pieces are similar, a bit more gold tinged, but it almost on first glance blends in, and the more you look, you can see one's clearly metallic and one is like the shimmer of an Asimar.
Yep. With a gun and these strange golden metallic looking wings.
Yes.
Cool. You can also see a dwarf in bright multicolored armor that's sort of like a rainbow gradient of chain
We're our fancy
mail.
clothes still, right?
Oh yeah, you are still in your fancy clothes.
So you're not wearing chainmail, or
No, he's wearing this like acid washed like a suit. Cool. But you do have your shield and stuff, so that's good. Cool. And then you probably wouldn't have a clear shot at Sabine, although she did rush in to do the quick little swipe with the crowbar. So you are in beautiful form right now, Sabine.
Yes.
Who did we say your face cast was?
Haley Atwell.
Haley Atwell. Yeah, makes sense. Excellent, and wearing a beautiful evening gown. So yeah, you see this like band of people all in like very, very fine, like formal attire rushing in and attacking these wolves. Excellent. So that brings us to Tornir.
Gonna take my leg glaive and I'm just gonna attack this wolf right in front of me.
Cool. And you get 2 attacks per action, or just the one?
Just the one.
Okay.
Oh, 4 sucks.
We're getting there.
It's a 24.
Yep, that hits.
It's like level 3's fine too, which is 4 sucks.
It's gonna be 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay. So you one-handed sort of like swing the glaive and slice across the side of the wolf's face. It yowls in pain and recoils, and then immediately turns back to snarling at you. Anything else you'd like to do?
Can I bonus action 2-weapon fighting bash with my shield as an unarmed strike?
I will give you an unarmed strike as a 2-weapon fighting, though. It's usually a monk thing. But what?
2-weapon fighting, no?
No, like to use
To use
bonus
unarmed
action
strike.
unarmed strike.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be more improvised weapon with the
So
shield.
like, yeah, I won't, it's not an unarmed strike, so what I'll have you do is make an attack roll using your strength modifier.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll do like,
For my free action.
yeah, for my free action. Cool. Yeah, you can make an attack with your shield then.
It's gonna be an 18.
That will hit.
So my strength is a +4.
Okay. So because it's an improvised weapon, roll a d4 and then add your strength modifier for damage.
Good. It's gonna be 7 more, I guess, bludgeoning damage.
Cool. Okay. So you slice into the face of the wolf, and as it turns around to recoil, you like poof and bash it right on the nose with the shield. You see like a trickle of blood start to mat the fur around its mouth. Cool. Anything else for your turn, Tornir?
I'm gonna sidle to get into the kind of thick of it.
So you're gonna swoop, swoop, swoop?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. And are you still facing this wolf, or are you sort of just like opened up to combat? Just so I know.
I'm gonna open up to combat.
Okay, cool. Excellent. So, Seely, it is your turn.
I'd like to cast Bane.
Okay.
Make 3 wolves or worse at beating wolves.
Great. And what's the range on that?
What is the range on that?
Let's take a look. Bane. Thank you. Bane has a range of 30 feet.
Awesome.
So you can essentially pick any of these bad boys.
Okay, so is he in danger by being near this wolf, or are they like not really bothering each other?
I mean, you just saw him slice and bash into the wolf, who managed to, and also managed to not get attacked by the wolf successfully when the wolf lunged at him. So yes, like in danger because proximity to wolves, but not in any especially perilous danger.
Okay, I think I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna try to get these.
These 3 right there, great. And is that a save that I have to make?
I don't remember seeing.
So let's see. Yeah, charisma saving throw. And then if I fail, I have to subtract a d4 from any attack rolls that I make in the future. Cool. Okay, so I will make charisma saving throws for these 3 wolfy boys. That is a 12. That probably fails. That is an 8. That definitely fails. And that is an 18. So that succeeds. But so fail, success.
No, okay.
So the one immediately jumping up the tree at you and the one immediately next to Tornir have to subtract a d4. I will make a note of that. Okay. All right. What else would you like to do with your turn, Seely?
Do I still have the ability to attack, or is it just about bonuses right now?
Is Bane a bonus action to cast?
I mean, it's just
Action.
It costs
Spell
an
action.
action. Yep.
Gotcha. Cool. So I am going to stare at Maya, not sure what her deal is, and gonna be kind of scared. I'm gonna back away a little bit, but like also make sure I don't fall off this branch.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like smile at her and hope she doesn't hurt me.
Yeah, normally I'm in like pigtails and a dress, but literally I'm in like a really slinky red dress, and like my hair's all down and curly and like all done up.
Like,
It gets
but
a
with
lot.
the wings, like
Yeah, but with
with the
wings.
wings and gun, like.
Am I listening?
You can also free action speech. That's one thing that I really hate about combat is when people just like, I do my action, I do my bonus action, and that's it. It's like you would be communicating during combat, so like as long as it's not super lengthy, like I will allow like little like what or like do this or like moments just to keep it like cinematic and like you know interesting and not just like and now my turn is over.
Yeah.
Cool. So if there's anything that you guys would like to like say or like any like vocal reactions you want to have, feel free.
I would fully like to ask, who are you?
Amaya.
My name's Seely. Oh my god.
All right.
Okay, cool. So at the end of Seely's turn, it's Sabine's turn.
Alright, so I am going to bonus action dash again.
Okay.
Move here, stab this guy.
Okay. And that's with crowbar.
Yep.
Great.
I don't know what that.
That was cocked.
That's
Yeah.
Bit better. That's an unnatural 20.
That hits.
Awesome. And Is this thing within 5 feet of it?
That is within 5 feet of
Okay,
it.
so I
Yeah.
don't get some attack damage.
Well, no, we're.
They're
You're not within 5 feet. You're up the tree.
I'm
Another
Oh.
creature within 5 feet of it, yeah.
yeah.
So as Swashbuckler, like if I can get at something and no one else is within 5 feet of us, then I have some attack damage.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you neither have allies in melee range nor advantage on the roll, so.
It's gonna be a 6.
Okay. 6, and that's technically piercing damage?
Piercing,
Yeah, cool. Okay, so you run up and dig your crowbar in between the shoulder blades of the wolf that's snapping up on the tree. It yowls and recoils and is now not quite sure where it wants to put its attention as far as you can tell. Anything else that you would like to do for your turn?
I'm going to use my remaining 20 feet to climb the tree.
Okay, make another acrobatics check for me.
Maybe 23.
That will definitely work. You sort of didn't really suss out the tree super well the first time you approached, but now you're like, okay, if I foothold here, and you really nimbly manage to like vault yourself up into the branches of the tree. Cool.
Alright, I climb. Hey Maya, who's this?
Sealy?
Are you on our branch or are you just nearby?
You're on the next tree
Next
over,
tree.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, nice tree.
Thanks. Yours is cool too.
Thanks. I think mine's a bit taller actually, but
Okay.
Alright.
Cool. So now it is the wolves' turn. So one of the where am I gonna start? So
There's one person.
So are we
This-
just climbing trees or
this wolf is gonna run over to the base of the tree that you're at, Sabine, and this one's gonna take its place, sort of guarding the base of the trees from the three of you being able to hop down. The other 3 wolves are gonna turn their attention to Torier.
cowards.
Sorry.
Good job,
I was
cowards.
taking out our victim.
Yeah, okay. They're in the tree. They were fine before we got there.
This one has Bane on it, so that will subtract a d4 from its attack roll, which is probably good because it's a 21 to hit, so
Show me a 4.
unfortunately it's only a 2, so it's a 19 to hit with its bite. That is going to be 7 piercing damage. I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
did we have long rest already?
Is this against-
Oh shit!
No.
What?
Sorry, I'm really stupid. I
Not
have
this
something
one.
on my next turn.
Cool. So as the wolf that you've been going sort of back and forth when it lunged at you, you threw it off, you slash and hit it with your shield. It comes back and manages to latch on your forearm with its jaw. You feel this strange burning sensation start to creep into your veins, but you throw the wolf off before anything feels like it actually takes hold. But it's going to come back and try to slash you with its claw. That's 13 to hit. I don't even have to roll the Bane, which makes it a 12 to hit. But you throw it off, and its bite attack is a little less accurate.
This one, right?
That's that one. Yep.
That is flanking that one if you want.
Technically, yes. It's a 19 to hit, so I have to roll the Bane. But it's a -3, so it's a 16 to hit, so that does not hit. All right. Following that, the other 2 wolves are going to lunge in turn and make their multi-attacks against you. It's a 19 to hit for the bite. I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That one's not as good. That one's a 10.
Double digits.
Double digits.
Double digits!
Okay.
That's what you cowards get for leaving me, because you all went into trees.
So as
I have half
this,
your health.
you are going to take 5 piercing damage. And you are going to feel that same burning sensation creep into your veins. And you don't manage to shake the wolf off before you feel it start to course throughout your entire body. You feel this strange sensation where suddenly the moon is so much brighter overhead. It feels warm against your skin. And you feel your sense of smell and hearing immediately become sharper.
Oh
You don't know exactly what's happening, but yeah. Cool. Then it is going to come in with a claw attack. That is a 15 to hit. That won't hit. Then the other one's going to make its 2 attacks. That is a 17 to hit. That just misses for the bite. And a 19 with the claws. So, first wolf bites. You throw it off. Misses with its claw. The second one latches on with its bite and tries to claw at you, but you manage to swipe it away with your shield. The third one, as you're doing that, tries to lunge for your neck, misses, but manages to claw up your backside and deals, that's terrible rolling, 5 slashing damage as its claws rip into your back. The other 2, this one is going to try to leap and grab high enough to do some damage. It's going to be a little difficult, but let's see what happens. Okay. Sealy. What is your armor class? Does a 13 hit?
I actually have 14, so no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. So this wolf crouches and lunges. It manages to dig its claws into the side of the tree branch and propels itself up. Its jaws snap and barely miss you as you dodge out of the way, and it skids back down the tree and looks up at the 2 of you, blood in its eyes.
Oh my god.
The other one is going to try the same thing for Sabine with a lot less success, as it sort of seems to slash at the bark and do more ripping of the bark than it does actually find purchase on the bark of the tree.
Taller tree.
Yeah.
No.
It's now Corin's turn. Corin is going to...
Heal monkey, please.
20, 25. Is going to run in and dagger at the wolf that is looking the roughest right now. That's a natural 20 from Corin with his dagger. You're welcome, Ksenia. And it's 17. Both of those hit.
Yes.
Wow. So Corin is...
How do I want to do this?
Corin is going to do a total of 9 piercing damage to this wolf and just right into its rib cage as she dashes out of the woods towards the wolf. Cool. So that brings us back to the top of initiative order with Amaya.
So my big cursing was this should have 4 less health. I forgot to use Radiant Soul effectively.
Forgot to use Radiant Soul. You got it. Okay.
So I'm going to 4 off that one.
Okay.
And I am going to set up my Eldritch Cannon. So you watch, I just start frantically pulling weird chunks of metal and wood and tools out of God knows where, because I'm wearing a dress. They're coming out of nowhere. And I balancing on the branch start assembling things. And today my Eldritch Cannon's gonna look like a big bone.
Like
like
a dog bone?
So I assemble, it's this big, and I just put together, but it's a dog bone, but it has centipede little legs, it can walk around.
Oh god, this is cursed.
That's
This is so cursed.
This is the real curse of Strahd.
Yeah,
Come up.
centipede dog bone cannon.
Oh, and I'm gonna pick it up in one hand. I'm gonna either rearrange on the branch or fly again. I don't really know. Try to get here a 15-foot cone. I can get these 3, right?
Yes, but Tornir would have to make.
What? If I'm getting this one, I think it's not that wide, right?
15? That's 3 squares.
15 long.
Oh, 15
It's a
long.
cone.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, yeah.
cone.
15 cone. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
good.
right? Just
Yeah.
those 3?
And because Sabine is up in the tree, you're good on that front.
Yeah. And Corn's too.
Yep.
Great, cool. So I'm not hurting any party members. Can those 3 make dexterity saves?
They sure can. Okay. So that dex saves a 14, a 10, and a 7.
So 1 success.
Okay.
And they're gonna take. Whoa, same roll again. That's 15 fire damage for the failure, so that makes 7 for the success. And then also the ground's kind of on fire too.
Oh
I
He's just
apologize.
a puppet.
no! Oh, it literally
Which
is.
one fire?
And this one's gonna take an extra 4 damage again.
Oh, he's going the whole
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Amaya, as your cannon sort of springs into life, it's caterpillar, centipede legs,
Caterpillar dog bone?
yeah, ugh, I hate it so much. Crawls to the edge of the tree branch and just poof, unloads like a flamethrower down onto the ground. You see the little patch of grass along the side of the road, the grass is black. It is completely singed, as is the fur of all 3 of these wolves, who rear back and howl in pain as the flame engulfs them. All 3 of them are bloody.
Yeah!
Nice.
Yeah, and that was technically my action and bonus action to build and then shoot.
Cool.
So that is all I got.
Okay, then it's Tornir's turn.
Bloody is terminology for 50.
For less than 50% health, yes.
So are we just playing hide and seek in the trees, or what's going on up there?
Tactics.
I'm gonna turn to the one I've been attacking for a while now, and I'm gonna.
The one that Corin stabbed?
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
It's a 25.
That will hit.
It's going to be another 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
Can I do another?
Yeah. Yep.
Going for that again. It's going to be 12.
That just hits.
It's going to do 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So you reach out and you slash. It catches the front paw of the wolf. And it sort of pulls it back and is sort of doing that thing that dogs do when their leg is hurt. It's and then you come across and you sort of backhand it with your shield, and a big wolf tooth flies out of its mouth as you smack it across the face with your shield. It is looking like it is having a bad day.
Great. I'm going to action surge then.
Action surge, you got it. Okay.
And I'm going with the glaive straight down.
Yeah, so basically you slash, bash, and then are coming back around with the glaive again.
And I miss.
And the glaive digs into the dirt as the wolf, in total survival mode at this point, hops back away from the weapon. All right, and I think that's the end of your turn.
A little help here!
All right, Seely, it is your turn.
Okay, so question. Can
Yes.
I throw a rapier? Can I only throw a dagger?
You can't really throw a rapier with a lot of accuracy. You can throw a dagger.
Okay, for sure. So I'm going to throw the dagger at the wolf that almost killed me, that's like trying to come up.
Okay, yeah, the wolf that snapped up at you.
Yeah.
Great.
So that's 1d4 piercing plus my 2 proficiency spells.
Great, you have to roll to hit.
Gotcha.
So you're gonna roll and add your dexterity.
Damn it! That one.
Oh! So you throw the dagger, but out of complete fear, recognizing that this wolf almost just gotcha real good, you sort of like you release way too early, and the dagger sort of just like falls out of the tree branch onto the ground below.
Well, Marty can grab it if we get close.
But here,
What? Just go get it.
in between, that's
What?
4. It's
Go
4
get it.
wolves.
It's time. What?
You're closer to it than I am.
At the very least, I was considering throwing it at your wolf, but then I thought if I miss, it's gonna kill you. So I have to do that.
Cool.
Great, now the wolf gets.
Okay, would you like to do anything for your bonus action?
I shriek. That's my action.
Just bonus action shriek. Her.
Whoa.
Okay. Sabine, it is your turn.
Alright, so the wolf below me, how squishy does it look?
It looks like it's taking a beating. It doesn't look quite like it's on death's door, but it's that flamethrower took a big chunk out of it.
So if a large Sabine-sized object were to make contact with its neck from 20 feet above, would that cushion the said Sabine-sized object's fall, or?
It would, yeah. You if you make impact with the wolf before you hit the ground, it definitely relieves some of the potential fall damage that you might take.
Okay.
Children?
I just said it. If Celine wasn't scared, she's the right size to ride the caterpillar dog bone.
I mean, does sound like
Could
fun.
you imagine?
That's why I crossed it out.
Oh my
I
god!
wanted to remove.
Okay, so is that what we're attempting to do here? You want to leap down on top of
How
wolf?
far away are these two?
They're technically 10 feet away from each other.
Oh, great. So, awesome. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leap onto this wolf.
Okay, and you want to just use the force of your body to
Yes.
do damage?
Would that be a bonus action, or I don't know? Would that be my?
I would say that this is really interesting, and I like this thought process. So technically, it doesn't require anything other than your movement, but it will take less damage than if you use something like an unarmed strike to like stomp down on it or like do some additional damage. It'll probably just take whatever your strength modifier is in terms of damage.
Oh, so that would take 1 damage
From just a straight fall down.
Oh, that's definitely not worth it then. And if I use my crowbar, would any fall damage be added to that?
Yeah, I would say that with the momentum that you're getting, it would definitely increase the amount of damage from your attack if you wanted to do
Great.
that.
All right, so I'm gonna take out my crowbar and I'm just gonna.
And just like hi-ya, like out of the tree, like awesome. So make an attack with your crowbar then.
That's gonna be a 23.
That will definitely hit. So what I want you to do is roll the normal crowbar damage, add your strength modifier, and add a D4 of additional like fall damage.
Also, I'm adding a D6 of sneak attack damage.
And a D6 of sneak attack damage.
That's gonna be 16 damage.
16 damage.
Nice.
So Sabine, you leap out and you manage to perfectly land on the wolf's neck as you lodge the crowbar into its torso. It crumples under the weight of your fall, its legs kicking in the dirt furiously. It is knocked prone underneath you, but it is still alive.
Wow. Okay. Can I use my extra movement to climb back up the tree?
Yeah, you're gonna have to make another acrobatics check, but that's certainly.
Did I use the bonus action?
Yeah, because you haven't used your bonus action yet. So
Okay.
yeah.
It's going to be a 12.
A 12. Yeah, you expended a lot of energy dropping down and like really putting your force into this. So you barely make it back up the tree, but you're good. You're back up in the tree. Cool.
Alright, here we go.
You're welcome to join us for a beer.
And you have Corin, you're not alone.
Also,
Did you see the size of me and what I'm wearing and the size of the trees that you're in?
How tall are you?
I'll give you a hand. Wait, can I
It's a
lower
dwarf.
it?
No, but how tall are you?
4 feet.
4 feet. Okay.
I-
She has wings.
So technically,
She can fly.
yeah, you can bonus action lower a rope because
Okay.
technically your movement would have constituted for climbing back up the tree, so you technically still have a bonus
As a
action.
bonus action, I'm taking the rope, which I just wrapped around my dress and slowed
Yeah.
it down.
Okay, cool. Okay. So after Sabine's turn, it is the wolf's turn. And now you're holding on to the wolf? You're holding on to the rope?
The rope, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that wolf is going to clamp onto the rope with its teeth and try to yank you out of the tree.
This is a smart wolf.
Too smart.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sus.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Sus wolf.
Oh, perfect. My specialty. Okay, that's going to be a 13.
That is not going to save. So you see this wolf clamp its jaws down onto the rope and yank. You fly out. Oh wait, no, that's the wolf that got knocked prone.
Yep.
Oh, then fuck that. Never mind.
Goodbye.
Yeah, no, never mind. I completely forgot that you had just like pounded that wolf
I just
into the
listening to
dirt.
that happened. I'm like, oh my god, what if that happened?
Yeah,
That would be so bad.
yeah.
Final destination there.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. So the wolf gets up and turning its attention away from you because you just ruined its fucking life, is gonna go over and try. These two are gonna try to attack Corin. These two are gonna attack Tornir. So 2 attacks against Corin. Let me pull some stuff up real quick.
Oh shit.
What?
Okay, that's gonna be a successful bite attack against Corin,
To one of these, I want to impose disadvantage on them with fighting style protection.
so you can impose disadvantage on this attack because it's closer to you. Because protection, you can sort of intervene. So I will roll with disadvantage for the second bite attack, which would have succeeded. Okay, cool. So the first wolf that sort of like hobbles over to Corin, and seeing the daggers stretched out in her hand, clamps down on Corin's wrist with its bite. She's going to make a Constitution saving throw, which she passes with a natural 20.
Ooh, second time.
Yeah! Whatever, guys. I guess you want to curse.
I'm cursed.
What?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
What? Wait, I didn't say that. Corin is going to take 4 piercing damage from that. Not that it matters because I'm running her.
You are?
Yeah, for the time being.
What?
Yeah. She is going to do a similar thing. The wolf clamps down on her wrist, but she throws it off. And the other wolf goes and tries to take advantage and leap up and bite Corin. But Tornir manages to reach across and throw his shield in front of her. The wolf sort of runs into it and backs off. Now it's time for the wolves to attack you, Tornir.
Try me.
You got it, baby. That is a 9 to hit with the first bite, a 6 to hit with the first claw attack, Tragedy. A 19 to hit with the second bite.
This one?
No, this one. Fuck.
So the one that isn't banged.
And the one that is the freshest.
No!
And that was cocked. And a 12 to hit with the second claw. So I need you... you actually don't have to make a Constitution saving throw again.
I'm not double cursed.
No, don't work like that. But you are gonna take a spicy 3 piercing damage.
Whoa.
As you reach over and try to protect Corin. Your leg is exposed, and the wolf latches onto your calf, and you feel a little bit of skin ripped off as it pulls back. But for the most part, you took a lot less damage than you could have. Great, and this wolf is again going to try to leap up into the tree and attack y'all. Okay. And a 16 to hit Sealy. So the wolf, again, it seems to know exactly what it needs to do. It lunges up, digs its claws into the tree, and propels itself up. And it reaches up and manages to clamp onto your leg, Sealy. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'd like to make a dumb argument after this.
Okay.
4. Do I have to add anything to that, or is it just as it is?
A 4 total.
Like
Whatever your con modifier is.
Got you. Sorry.
And you have proficiency in...
This is not how I
6.
expected this
6.
to go. So,
6 total.
actually, because of your race as a Fae, you would make this at advantage. Because
That makes sense.
We're not entirely sure it is, but based on what we think it is, yes.
Would I
That-
have the ability to
That
like
would be...
fly out of the way and like jump and miss it, or like no?
that's technically what like the armor class is like how difficult you are to hit.
Gotcha.
So it did pretty well on its like acrobatics check to reach you, and then it made an attack against you, which was successful. But so you can re-roll your con save.
Please, Lord. Please.
Nope.
Okay, I mean 8.
A total of
8.
you have a -1 con.
That's a 6.
Oh, that's a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this wolf clamps on your leg, and you feel a burning sensation course through your veins. A similar sensation that I described for Tornir of the moon being brighter and your hearing and smell enhancing. Yeah. Yikes, y'all. Okay. So then out of the wolf's turn over, it is Corin's turn.
I would like to make my dumb argument first, that we both have opportunity attacks.
Because
No, that's totally fair.
Because it falls down.
No, that's totally fair because it's within melee range. Absolutely, you can opportunity attack. Both of you can.
Let's
opportunity
go!
attack as it falls.
That's
Thank
No, that's absolutely a valid argument in this
Right.
scenario.
Roll it!
If you move in
What
melee
exactly
range,
does
and
With
move
like your rapier or whatever you
So,
have.
like, if something moves into melee range with you and then moves out, because it's trying to
I
flee,
miss.
you can attack it as it's trying to run away
Oh,
from you.
amazing.
I miss, but hopefully you do something.
If you hit
I
it,
mean, got a 17.
Yeah, that'll
Oh, yeah.
hit. So, and you're attacking with a dagger, I'm assuming, or
Lost my
rapier,
daggers.
or rapier.
Rapier.
Yeah. Okay.
What's a
Cool.
D8?
Yeah, rapier's D8. D8 plus Dex.
Yeah. Alright, so roll your D8.
That's a D10.
Sorry.
It's a little more. It's the one all the way in the corner. Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, 6 plus 11.
11. Okay.
Nice!
nice.
Hell yeah. Okay, so that.
Screw that wolf in particular.
Yeah. Fuck that one guy. Cool. Okay. So you manage to get it bites onto your leg, and in response, as it lets go and starts sliding down the tree, you manage to slash at it and cut into a bit of its face with your rapier as it falls back down to earth. It is Corin's turn.
Finish.
Corin is going to cast Dissonant Whispers on this guy up in front. That means I have to make a save, which I fail, and I'm going to take... Okay, so Corin looks down, bares her fangs, leans in, and whispers something to the wolf. The wolf makes a high-pitched yelping sound and collapses onto the ground. As it slumps over, its form changes, and it reverts into the sort of sleeping-looking form of a human woman with long, curly brown hair sort of thrown over her naked form, lying in the dirt.
Can I check to see if she's breathing?
I will allow you to do that on your turn if you want as like a free action.
Is there like physical blemishes, like damage?
You can't really see any damage, like...
She's not like covered in blood, right?
No, not like covered in blood, but definitely like sprawled out,
Yeah.
unmoving. Cool. And that is all that Corin is going to do on her turn. So, Amaya, it is your turn.
I'm going to respond to that by going, what the actual hell, and flamethrower time.
Flamethrower! Same 3 biddies?
Yeah, if it has to like back up or go like underneath Celia a little bit to still not hit Tornir.
Mm-hmm.
Free range
I don't
slightly.
know about that.
I think so. If it's like underneath us, because it's tiny and it can go below the branch.
Oh,
Like
wait!
it can back up a little
Wait.
bit. Well,
I have to retcon something because I didn't bane the wolf that attacked you.
oh.
So it affects a lot, which is the only reason why I'm doing it. It was an exact 14 to hit, so subtract 3, it's an 11 to hit. So you don't have to worry about the damage that you took, nor the strange sensation that I described before.
All right.
I apologize.
Boo, Matt.
That's exciting. Okay.
Yeah, you are not cursed, even though you wouldn't know that you're cursed.
Make
But
first friends, but whatever.
anyway, cool. Sorry about that.
So deck
great.
saves, those 3.
Deck saves for the folks. An 11,
Fail.
an 18,
Success.
and an 8.
Fail.
Okay.
Alright, 10. 10 fire damage.
10 fire damage for the fails.
Yes. So then 5 for the success. We
Okay.
take that, and then I'm going to find... That was bonus action, so I'm finally going to try to fix my gun. So now that I'm like, okay, the cannon's got it, I have to roll Tinkerer.
So, Amaya, as you flamethrower, this wolf is incinerated.
Yeah. Oh, and an extra 4 to that one.
And an extra 4 to that one. You got it. Okay. So this wolf, as the flames recede, you see the naked form of a human man lying on the ground, sort of in the fetal position. Cool.
And then let's see if I can fix my gun. Yes, I fixed my gun.
Gun is fixed. So you take a brief second. So you flamethrower the wolves and take the time that they're occupied with the fire to like fix your gun real quick. Great. Okay, so your gun is fully functional again.
Yep.
Excellent.
Does
So
wolf go away?
yeah, technically is away. I just want to leave the body there, but just in case, but I'll take it. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Tornir, it is your turn.
Thanks for the help. I was working on that one. Thanks.
Anytime.
Gonna turn to this one.
Okay.
Gonna go for a strike.
Okay.
Slash.
Yep.
Big wave. That one.
That one. So the glaive actually flies out of your hand. As like you sort of are bringing it down, and your hands are slick with sweat, and the glaive's handle slides right out of your hand. The glaive is on the ground next to you.
I'm just gonna look at both of the wolves. I'm going to go. Alright. So you're humans, I guess, or cursed, or whatever. 2 are dead, 3 to go. Your call. As I take a second wind.
Okay. So you are healing
For 10 HP.
for 10
Nice.
for 10 hit points.
Yes.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
If I had any left.
What? You don't have any superiority die?
I don't.
Where
What?
did those go?
What happened to
I
those?
don't know. So one was
Oh!
the other one is going to be.
You hate to see
It's
it.
going to be a 12.
Aww.
The wolves seem as intent on their purpose as before. Unfortunately.
Stupid wolves.
All right, Seely, it is your turn.
Would cutting words work on animals who maybe can't understand, or do they understand?
I would say that based on what you've seen, you believe that these creatures would be able to understand
Cool.
language.
So I would like to use cutting words.
Okay. Now, isn't cutting words a reaction to someone else making an attack?
I thought it was that. Oh yeah, I subtract the number from an enemy's roll. So does that have to happen after they roll it?
So you would use it
Yeah,
as a
when
reaction
you
if
check
someone's
them,
trying to attack you. You can cutting words and sort of like intercept their attack.
Got you.
So you don't have to do that on your turn.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Alright. Then would vicious mockery work?
Vicious mockery. would-
Yes!
Yeah, cast at that.
Kill them with comedy.
Exactly.
Okay.
Make some terrible puns and they just shrivel.
Yep. The reason to play Bard.
Vicious mockery means that I have to make a wisdom saving throw. And you're doing it at this one right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's that one. That's a failure.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay,
Yeah,
so
right.
what do you say to insult this wolf?
I say, you're so disgusting that I would curse at you, but we all know it's werewolves, not swearwolves. That's what I say.
Okay. And then I need you to roll a d4 for psychic damage. As the wolf goes, it's a little triangle baby. Like this guy.
Oh, I was like, there isn't one in this. Okay, thank you.
There's one.
Oh, fantastic. Love that. Well,
So funnily enough,
Let's go.
No.
that's all that needed to happen. So as you say, it's werewolves, not swearwolves. Like this arcane energy swirls
Oh my
in
God.
the air from your voice and impacts the wolf, who goes, "Ah!" and you hear like this strange ringing inside its head as it collapses on the ground and turns into the form of a teenage boy.
oh.
Bye-bye.
Got it. Don't even worry about it.
Okay, thank you.
Where'd the other marker go? Where'd the marker go?
Okay,
Upside down.
now,
This one?
the two wolves that are left
Oh.
seem to be in a lot better shape than the ones that have been knocked out to this point. So they are going to go, and one is going to run up and attack Corin, and one is going to attack Tornir with multi-attacks.
For one of Corin's, I'm going to use fighting self-protection again.
Okay, you're going to use your reaction.
Yes.
So roll with disadvantage against the bite attack, which is a nat 1. with disadvantage, so Corin doesn't take a bite attack, but she will take a claw attack from that same wolf, which is going to deal 6 slashing damage to Corin.
Sorry, Corin.
And then the second wolf is going to go for you, Tornir.
Try me.
13 for the bite and a 7 for the claws.
I am invincible.
Yeah.
These wolves are failing me today. And it's
We're
Corin.
on like round 5 of combat. Let's
Yeah.
not pretend we're killing them.
It's Corin's turn. She is just gonna simple dagger her way through this. Yep, that's gonna be a 14 to hit and a 13 to hit, both of which hit. So
Wait, what was my attack?
what?
I forgot what my attack was.
Oh wait, I skipped you. I'm so sorry. I skipped you after Seely's turn, so I will do this and then we'll retcon. But unless the wolves die, which I don't think is gonna happen at this point. They could.
One shot.
Spontaneous combustion.
Okay, so that wolf is going to take 11 piercing damage from Corin, who is deadly with these daggers. Alright, we will go back and we'll do Sabine's turn. Sorry about that.
Cool. So is this wolf spider being flanked?
Technically, yes, because it is being flanked by Corin.
Fantastic. I'd like to do another pile drive with the crowbar.
Okay, make an attack with your crowbar.
That's going to be a 16.
That will hit, and you can add sneak attack damage.
Alright, so that's 1d8 for your crowbar plus how much for strength?
Strength plus a d4 for fall damage, and a d6 for sneak attack. A lot of damage.
So that's going to be 16 again.
Okay, 16 damage. Great. So you leap out of the tree, landing on top of this wolf, driving your crowbar in again. You rip part of its torso open on the side, and do some pretty significant damage, and then it goes in and tries to attack Corin.
Fantastic. And as my bonus action, I'm going to hide behind this tree.
Roll a stealth check.
So okay. 10.
Okay. Great. Now it is Amaya's turn.
I can finally shoot things again, so I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you can.
Woohoo! I think I have to be like a little closer, so I'm gonna
Cool.
skedaddle on there and do a little pew pew.
Little pew pew.
Little pew pew. Cool. That's a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
That's gonna be. Oh, hello. That's gonna be 10 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my little Eldritch Cannon.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to skedaddle around. Do I have a shot? If it crawls like here,
Yeah.
can my cone zoom?
Yeah.
Cool. Both of them deck save.
Okay. Dex saves a 17 and a 13.
One save, one fail.
Okay.
So 10 or 5.
Okay, so you incinerate this wolf.
Okay. And then the extra 4 will
Okay.
plumb on the other one.
Okay. Cool. Alright, that's your turn?
I'm gonna just like land to try to.
Okay.
Tornir's pissed. So I'll just land.
Great, now it's Tornir's
Wait,
turn.
what happens when the wolf goes away? What do we see?
Oh yeah, so you see another woman, seems to be
Piling up bodies.
middle-aged, with sort of like graying blonde hair. That's what it was.
And on the ground, can we now see if they're breathing?
Yeah, they are not.
Oh, we killed these people.
Well, I was going for more of I was checking my blow by when I fell in.
Oh, so if you want to specifically deal non-lethal damage,
Yeah,
just
I
make sure you
say
say
that.
that in the future.
How do you jump on someone and try to not kill them?
That's
I never got
that's
that.
kind of part of the
Yeah.
kind of part of the difficulty with what you did specifically in that turn. So I'll say that it probably ends up dead anyway. But in the future, if you want to deal non-lethal damage, just specify.
Cool.
Cool.
Can I non-lethally set them on fire?
No, that's not in your control. You can deal non-lethal damage with melee attacks. Yeah.
Get some boxing glove arrows.
What?
I can get some boxing glove arrows.
Yay. Cool. All right, Tornir, it's your turn.
Alright. I'm going to kind of walk around this one.
Okay.
And I'm just going for the light glaive.
Okay.
Oh, I can't. It's on the ground.
What do you mean?
And that one, the light glaive.
Oh yeah, you have to pick it up. You can use your bonus action to pick it up first.
I will use my bonus action to pick it up and then strike.
Yep.
I'll reroll for the strike. That's going to be a 25.
That will hit.
That will do
Nice.
max damage for 12 slashing damage.
Okay. Cool. All right. Anything else you'd like to do? Any movement?
Yeah, I want to finish this kind of half circle.
Okay. Sort of boop boop.
Yeah, cool. And just be like, so, kind of seems like, and this how we started. Circle up.
Okay. Cool. Sealy, it is your turn.
So I would like to jump down from the tree or fly down from the
Yep.
tree.
Okay.
And pick up my dagger.
Okay.
Do I have the ability to, like, do I have the ability to move further to be able to go toward it, or
Yeah, so I would say it's about 10 feet of your movement to get down to the ground. You still have whatever remains of your movement.
Okay, that's cool. So, yeah, I would like to go over to the wolf as close as I can get, and I will try to, like, slash it.
Stabby stab, you got it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's not straight, right?
That's correct.
7.
Yeah, that's gonna miss. So you lunge over the wolf, barely manages to sort of sidestep out of the way, and you slash through the air with your dagger. It was your bonus action to pick it up, so I think that's everything for your turn. Sabine, you're up.
Great. So, I assume this is flanking.
Yes, very much so
Alright,
flanking.
so I'm gonna dive around here,
Like a
and
circle.
I've never actually knocked I've never knocked a wolf unconscious before, but I have to have several guard dogs, so I'm just gonna take my crowbar and checking my blow this time.
Just
Strike it.
bonk it, like.
Yeah, right over, like, right where the nose goes at the ears.
Oh, yeah, make an attack with your crowbar.
Is flanking an advantage, or is that different?
Flanking is advantage,
Oh,
yes.
great. That's going to be an unnatural 20.
Okay, that will hit.
It's going to be 12.
Okay. Alright, it is still up. This wolf had not taken any damage until this last round of combat.
Oh.
You completely
Is it
missed
bloody
this
at
one.
this point?
No. It's not bloodied at this point.
Crowbar to the face.
Yeah, just a crowbar to the face, but it is not in the bloodied condition as of this moment. Anything else for your turn, Sabine?
We did not
No,
budget our
I feel like this is
time.
like a meme where everyone just gathering around someone and kicking them.
Yeah. Seeing that it has been ganged up on, this wolf is going to sprint for its fucking life into the wood. Opportunity attacks
Yep.
from anyone I would like
Opportunity.
to. Yep.
I'm technically not within range, right?
Technically not, no. But Sealy, Tornir, and Sabine all have the ability to make opportunity attacks.
Smack him.
On mine.
And we're flanking, right?
Technically, yeah.
I'll take it. That 13.
17.
That'll hit.
9.
That won't hit, so 2 more attacks.
9 slashing.
Okay.
The one sentinel would be
7 piercing.
Okay.
really helpful.
It takes your attacks, the glaive, the crowbar, and it manages to run away from you guys, still alive, now bloodied, and runs into the woods with its full movement speed.
Can I dash after it?
Not until your turn. We're technically still in initiative order. But at the end of its turn, it is Corin's turn. Corin's just gonna look around and be like, who's hurt?
I'm completely fine, actually.
Yeah, I really don't want to do damage to myself.
Don't worry about me, I want it dead.
Oh, unconscious.
Okay.
There could still be a human in there.
Corin is gonna run towards it and is going to. Does she have Eldritch Blast? I don't think so. Just so dumb, because that's like Warlock bread and butter. Okay, so I think we're just gonna cast.
We had a whole talk about her playing support actually last week.
Yeah. Cool. Is gonna try to Dissonant Whispers, but the wolf succeeds on its. Actually, the wolf is gonna action dash. I forgot to mention. So
That's long
that's
Aw.
way off into the woods.
That was the whole point.
So if you guys want to pursue, you are more than welcome to. Otherwise, we can end initiative order at this point.
How far away is this thing?
It's at least 80 feet away from you now.
I could dash. I don't know. If
I could get another shot off, but that's not gonna be enough to take it down.
Yeah. Alright, count off. 1. Just make sure everyone's here.
2.
3, 4.
Great, that's everyone.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this?
What, the wolves are like our battle strategy in general.
The wolves.
Kind of like
Battle strategy.
investigate, not investigate, but like I want to look over the bodies, see what's up.
Oh, hey, sorry.
Celia's on the ground with,
oh,
with your
Celia,
wall
great.
now, yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you all for saving me.
Of course.
How do you find yourself in a tree anyway?
Yeah, you piss them off, or
Well, I've been hiding in the woods for a while, and they found me, and I guess they thought that I looked like a good snack, so they started chasing me, and I was able to get into the tree, but I was in there for a while, I got pretty tired, so I appreciate that you guys helped me out.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah, we're just passing through, so,
Yeah, make an investigation check, Amaya.
is it? Yeah, it's investigation.
I'd like to help with this.
Yeah, if you want to like really scour over,
Yeah.
like
I
yeah,
just like
I'll
to
give you a
perception
thing.
her just to make sure.
I was
she's drawing
checking.
insight.
Insight.
Yep.
That's a dirty 20.
That is a plus.
Did you take my help?
That's a 5.
Okay. You can't get a read on her. From what you can tell, she's being pretty genuine. Amaya, you look over the bodies. They are unclothed. They don't have any possessions on them. But yeah, and they all lie dead on the ground. In their human forms, for the most part, they look pretty gaunt and hungry. Barely any meat on their bones, as the expression goes.
I'd like to be incredibly gruesome. Be like, do they have canines of note? Weird eyes?
So you open the eyelids of the first person that went down, the woman with the brown hair. Her eyes do have a yellowish tinge to them. And her canines are slightly enlarged, not to the point of being fangs per se, but definitely larger than your average human.
And do I have any recollection of something like this?
You can choose either nature or history.
I'm sure I have an opinion there. No, I don't. They're the same.
Just tell me which one you're making for which information.
It's a nat 1, so it doesn't matter.
Great, you're like...
It's something.
Nothing really comes to you.
Okay.
Corin looks at you and says, "Can we get the fuck out of here, please?"
You can come with us if you want. I don't know.
Who are you guys?
Oh,
yeah,
we're,
why don't we get to know each other a little bit
Yeah,
first
sure.
before we
Well, I mean, we're just
so-
going to sleep for the night. It's not like.
and then don't tell us.
No, I mean, we're walking back to town. So. Amaya, I already introduced myself.
Yeah, hi.
I'm Corin. And Corin has sort of like medium length, dark hair, really pale skin, sort of like slightly sunken in eyes, and is wearing a gown of all black.
Sabine.
Donya.
And how did you guys end up in these woods?
I'm kidnapped by Strahd. You know, like most people around here.
You got kidnapped by Strahd?
Yeah, that's how most people end up around these parts.
Have you actually met him?
Yeah, we just got back from dinner with
Yeah.
him. Real bad.
It was very awkward.
He showed up to me a couple days ago, and he it seemed like he wanted to recruit me or something. I don't understand. He went away pretty quickly, but he freaked me out.
Yeah, he just tried the same thing with us, but
Yeah?
like over an extended period of time, it was real rough.
So he'll come back.
Possibly.
Maybe. Depends what you have to offer, honestly.
Recruit you for what?
I don't know. He said it was pretty rare to see people of my kind around, and he thought that I'd be useful for his collection.
Collection.
Collection doesn't
gross.
sound great.
Well, we're going to a pretty safe area if you want to hide out
Well,
there.
I mean, how far out are we still?
Couple hours.
Yeah,
And it's
maybe like 3 hours.
dead of night.
And it's the middle of the night.
I can I light a lantern?
You can.
Great.
Yeah.
Very dark vision. Have to be.
How am I doing?
Yeah, so Tornir, you look down at the place where you were bitten. You see this strange blackish purple spider webbing happen around the entry point where the fangs lodged into your arm. You don't feel anything else happening as of the moment besides the sort of like heightened awareness sensory wise, and sort of just like your attention keeps being drawn to the moon here and there.
I walk up to him because I noticed that you got attacked earlier, and I say, "Are you hurt? Can I help you?"
Possibly. I mean, nothing a good night's sleep won't fix. So, I mean, for the most part, I think.
Looks pretty scary. I have the ability to cure you a little. I'd like to try.
By all means.
So I want to cast Cure Wounds.
Cure wounds, great. And at first level?
Yes.
Cool. So a D8 plus 4, I think, for healing.
So that is
Yeah. Well, D8 plus 2 modifier.
Right, plus your spellcasting modifier, yeah. And I'm so used to doing that as my druid with the plus 4 wisdom.
Just got a 6. The spellcasting modifier is
Charisma for bards.
right, of course.
It's so weird to cast Cure Wounds and it not be Wisdom. Like, it really throws
Right? Yeah.
Like, I can cast Cure Wounds with Intelligence? What?
That's a 9.
Okay, a 9. So you regain 9 hit points.
Isn't it that?
Feel better?
Yeah, so the wound itself closes.
Wait, but isn't it that he gets 1d8 plus 5 or plus?
Plus your spellcasting
Yeah.
modifier, right?
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So the actual bite mark
So then it was actually.
heals
I'm so
over.
sorry. It wasn't plus 3. It was plus 5.
Plus 5, so 11. Cool.
Back to the top?
Right. So I'm gonna use Healing Hands on myself then.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat a sandwich.
So the wound is closed, but you still see the little black spider webbing of your veins in that area, which hasn't gone away.
Should have taken a second to see if to get that out.
That's just a different spell. I don't know if you have that ability, but I sure don't. I'm sure there's a healer in town.
I mean, there's one way to get the.
So were those fucking werewolves?
I think so.
Yellow eyes, fangs, turn into... Yeah, I would guess.
Probably.
Is it a full moon? Just asking the DM.
Yes.
Oh yes, 100% full moon.
Wow.
And interesting thing that you would have noticed by now is that it is always the full moon.
Ooh. Oh, I hate that.
Oh, that's
Was
sweet. Are they always werewolves, or do
possibly
they choose to be like that?
Yeah, it's a choice, but I can't imagine what turning into a monster every night does to a person.
lack of possessions is one thing. Boss.
Well, I suppose we should take them off the road.
Yeah.
At least we can do that. I'm not gonna dig any graves, but
Now we should drag him into the woods.
Okay, so you drag the bodies off the side of the road into the woods.
Yeah.
You
I
got
don't
it.
look at that.
Where's your sense of remorse now?
I'm tired. Should we travel now?
Vendor, pick a spot for tonight. Up to you.
I'm fine hanging. Like, how late in the night is it?
It's about midnight at this point. So if you continue the journey to Valaki, you would make it there about 3 a.m.
I'll sleep later.
Yeah, let's march forward.
More night out, honestly. So, you get to walk? No, didn't.
Yeah, and I can come with you guys?
Of course.
Sure.
We have some friends who can keep you safe even if we have to move on.
It's certainly better than hanging out in these woods.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll take point. Most observant should be near the back.
Sure.
Just to make sure that we don't get surprised.
You get surprised in either direction, but alright.
Yeah, but in
No.
front, if you get surprised in the back, it's easy to take one at a time. But if it's in the front, you know, it's like, oh, we all see it because we're all walking that way.
Alright, if you want to walk into an ambush, go right ahead, and I'll just drop towards the back.
And as you sort of collect yourselves and begin walking along the old Sphalic road back towards Valaki, so we're going to take our break for the session. So we will be back in roughly 5-ish minutes, maybe 10 minutes. But we will see you soon. Welcome back to Abyssal Klux as we continue session 7 of our Curse of Strahd campaign. Our adventuring team just encountered a pack of werewolves in the middle of the woods, attacking a fey creature named Sealy that is now accompanying them on the way back to the village of Valaki. So as you continue your walk, if there's anything that you guys would like to discuss or sort through, now is the time to do so, unless you just want to zippity zip to when we arrive back in the village.
How would it feel?
I'm fine sitting in the village. I don't know if you want to learn anything about us.
I have so many questions, so I'm not sure. How long have you guys been here?
What, a couple days?
Okay. And where were you before this?
All over, but technically mostly Waterdeep. It's like a big port city.
Well, I appreciate you guys, jumping in to save me. You didn't need to do that.
Of course.
How did you come to be here?
Well, I was, not here. I was in Faerun, and I was performing, get some money, and while I had, my small group of spectators, a bunch of people showed up and tried to grab them, and they didn't notice I was there, and I just kind of got caught up in the melee. They brought us here, and I was really confused and scared, and they were all fighting, and there was so much blood, and I was able to sneak out through a really small crevice in the door, and I've been on the run ever since.
You're a performer?
Yeah. I have a band back home. We sometimes do solo gigs, and just my luck, I was on a solo gig when this happened. I really miss them.
So the people that you arrived here with are...
I haven't seen them. I can only assume they were killed.
Sorry to hear that.
They might have been captured by Strahd and maybe trying to force them into some kind of marriage. If you look on the bright side.
Well, they were not your friends, no?
No, but the idea of anyone getting hurt, you know? I mean, and they were nice, you know, they appreciated music, which means they must be, you know, kind of friend-worthy. I don't know.
I don't know if I agree with that one, but
Do you not like music?
no, I just don't think liking music means that you're necessarily a good person.
It depends what music you like.
Strahd loves music. He plays the organ.
Pretty good. He'll listen to himself play the organ because he wasn't playing it himself. He was.
That is so strange. So yes, if music is the only virtue that we're basing friendship on, then I guess you could be friends with Strahd.
Yeah, fun with that. That would be fun.
I don't want to be friends with Strahd. Okay, relax.
None of us here do.
That's nice.
He's staring. What's something behind me?
Yeah, I thought I...
Anyway, is there anything you'd like to know?
My head's kind of spinning, so I don't know if I could take more information in right now, but I appreciate that.
Of course.
When we get to town, you'll like it. They really appreciate music there.
Yeah.
They're all about festivals and parties and
So
balls.
why are you going there specifically?
Or just where our stuff is and where we have been sleeping.
Are you like trying to leave here? Is it possible to leave here?
Not really. Pretty sure if we kill Strahd, that's an option.
Yes, you know, if we were able to take down the whole monarch of the place. But
Easy.
yeah.
We're trying to rebuild the system from the ground up. It's corrupt from within, so I mean...
The fog prevents anybody from going.
But as far as I could gather from our discussions, Strahd is trying to ascend and needs someone to take his place, and that means he wants something, which makes him vulnerable. So he's trapped like us, and getting rid of him or getting rid of whatever curse is keeping him here should be our best bet.
Bullets don't work. We tried that. Stabbing him repeatedly also doesn't work. We tried fire yet? Fire might still be an option.
Did I fire?
Not yet.
So fire's still on the table.
It's on the table.
I have to assume we just need the right sword.
Yeah.
I agree.
Some kind of curse blade that could, you know. I don't know if you know of any vampire killing swords that you've come across in your stay here.
No.
Worth
But-
asking.
If you're willing to fight off those wolves earlier is any indication, then I believe that you can do it.
Oh, thank you.
That's sweet.
Really appreciate the motivation.
Very cheery.
Yeah, I mean, you're not cheery. What else is there? Especially because this place is so gloomy, you know? Speaking of which, would you guys maybe like to, you know, tell jokes, tell stories, play some music while we go on our trip?
I would not
I'm
call
going
myself
to
particularly good at
I'm
humor.
gonna keep walking.
Okay. I do start doing like a little like presentation, like little fireworks and like fun just colors and lights and stuff though.
That sounds pretty. Would it attract any unwanted attention if you did
No,
that?
I've already started doing it.
Oh!
Like I'm just literally doing it.
Oh, they are really pretty.
Yeah.
I know some stories, but
Oh?
yeah.
About what?
Well, there's this one story about the have you heard of the tragedy of Daniel O'Shenis?
No.
He was a man who assembled a fellowship of 11 brave elves, men, and dwarves in a great battle against this formidable man known only as Alpacinus. Actually, he assembled 13 elves, men, and dwarves to battle against Alpacinus. I forgot who the other guy goes. Ah yes, Alfredo Garcia was the first Titan who he toppled from his mighty throne. Then there was a time when you assembled 12 people. It wasn't as good. It was kind of a retread of the first quest, but the third quest was a bit more of a kind of a return to form, I think. Just because he knew what worked in the first quest, and he just like basically kept going with that against Alpacinus, and
I'm gonna do everything in
He
my
did
power
pretty
to
well.
erase that.
did amazing
I'm
in the
agreeing.
box office.
The box office?
Yes, so the box office is a term I like to use for this theater where I used to grow up, which was very box-like, and a lot of people went to that box to watch the story of Daniel Oceanus, and he made a lot of money because
Well,
it was a great story.
This
Well, I love telling stories, so
Yeah,
maybe that's how I can, save up enough money.
sure.
So are you guys gonna catch up or?
Oh,
We're
yeah.
still walking all this
We're
time.
still
Nick.
walking.
We've been walking.
Why? Are you jealous? Do you want to join us? Do you want to tell us a story?
Stories are not for fun.
Why not? Stories are plenty of fun.
Because they're spooky stories.
Ooh.
No, they're not spooky stories. They're stories of hardship. They're stories of yes.
Is that why your paintings
Like
are so
that.
sad and gloomy to look at?
My paintings are not sad
Well,
to
they-
look at.
Well, they're not.
They're almost horrifically colorful. I don't think you can call them
I
sad.
feel like you're overcompensating for some kind of set. I'm
Well,
not
that may
saying
be
this
true,
is-
but the paintings aren't sad.
Right. But they're very emotional.
You're an artist?
Yes,
I love art. For me, music is art. But you like to paint things.
I paint.
You should paint her something. I'm telling stories, she's making fireworks.
I can paint, but we'd have to stop
Oh, yeah, let's not.
How about in the morning?
in the morning. That we go.
I'd love to see it.
He's gonna take forever, just a warning.
Well,
And
that
then
means it's
He's
perfect.
gonna burn it.
Burn it.
If they're not good enough, he burns them, and they're usually not good enough for him.
Well, would you let me keep it? I wouldn't burn it.
They're also like canvas, they're like, pretty heavy to carry around, so.
If it's pretty enough, it's worth it.
You know what we could do, though?
Hmm.
I could do my little trick so you get a lighter version of the finished result.
Put in your wallet.
Oh, yes. Like a pocket set. That'd be very nice.
That would be really nice. And when I finally get home, I can show my band, and they'd probably like that.
We should.
I'm sure they miss you a lot.
Maybe pat on the shoulder.
Thank you.
So the travel continues on this way for some time. Amaya, you never lose that sensation that you're being watched as you continue on the road. You see the windmill against the moonlit sky as you make your way closer to Valaki. And before too long, several hours pass, and you find yourselves at the palisade walls surrounding the village of Valaki. And you hear, "Who goes there?
Oh,
Same people who left.
That's
fuck,
again.
we had a password, didn't we?
What's the
Kumquat.
password?"
Kumquat.
That was an acceptable answer.
Who was the other one?
There were multiple, right? That's at least,
That-
like,
yes.
no one ever sets multiple passwords.
No, but you seemed very adamant that kumquat be included, so
And it came in handy, right?
So you opening it now, or?
yeah, give us a second.
No problem, take your time. You're great at your job, and you are a valid
Nobody
person.
wrote it down. That's a tragedy.
You forgot it.
Um,
They seem pretty adamant on that.
So you enter the village, and in the middle of the night, it is very desolate.
So, I kind of realized something. Last time I, ventured out and interacted with people, word got back to Strahd kind of immediately because, he wants a fairy in his collection, and I'm just really worried that if people see me, that's going to happen again.
Oh, yeah, wait, does she have her wings out?
I don't.
Well,
but
just size-wise.
yeah, I mean, and he knows what I look like now.
You're 3 feet.
Here's the thing. This town contains the thing that Strahd wants more than anything else in the world, and he can't get in here, so I don't think you're going to be the tipping point.
Amazing. Okay. All right, I like it here already.
She's actually, you'll love her. She's a sweetheart.
Who is this person?
Like, like the reincarnation of the person he loved, so he's trying to make her marry him.
Oh.
It's the same old story, you know.
But she's not interested because even the first wife was not interested.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
he's been just haunting every reincarnation for a while now. She's the most recent, and we're keeping her safe.
Yeah. Boy meets girl, they fall in love, girl dies, girl comes back, doesn't remember
Well, no,
everything.
boy meets girl,
Boy meets
boy
girl.
falls in love with girl,
Well,
girl's not interested.
Oh, right.
Boy terrorizes girl,
Right.
girl dies.
Girl dies.
Girl's
comes
reincarnated.
back, doesn't remember
Boy's obsessed
anything.
with that new girl.
Right.
It's kind of-
So,
It's kind of play that trope at this point, but it's
Well,
not
It sounds like she's a second chance at happiness.
or
So,
like, we know
Third, I believe it's
Is it
third.
goodness
I believe it
gracious.
I
was-
don't think we know exactly how many times.
I thought this was the third time that Strahd was aware of her.
That's yes. Well,
Like, it was Tatiana to Marinka to Arena, as far as he knows.
Oh goodness, that poor thing. Well, I'm glad you're trying to help her.
Of course.
So you guys make your way through the town square where you still see the proclamation of the Festival of the Blazing Sun that is now going to take place in 2 days' time. There are several guards stationed here, although the stocks are now empty. And you make your way through the main street towards the Blue Water Inn, where you've been staying. And to none of your surprise, as you enter the inn, Rictavio, the strange, eccentric carnival man, is sitting by the fire with his saber-toothed tiger, talking to the two men dressed in furs that you noticed when you left last time. The two men are very deep in their cups at this point. They are like cheersing and bellowing, and Rictavio is enthralling them with a strange story as you walk in, and Erwin is behind the bar. Oh, good, you have returned.
Yeah, just barely.
But you are all alive.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
to tell the tale.
That is more luck than many would have had, I would say. I see you have picked up a straggler.
Yep.
A fellow person in need of protection.
I understand. And my name is Erwin Martikov. It is very nice to meet you, and you are safe here at the Blue Water.
It's wonderful to meet you.
What is your name?
My name is Seely.
Nice to meet you. Is it the Sealy Court?
Yeah.
I see. Well, it is a pleasure to have you.
History?
On Sealy Court? Yeah.
9.
That doesn't quite ring the bell. You might have heard these words, but they don't strike a chord in terms of meaning for you.
Alright.
Erwin says, everyone that is staying here is safe. There have been no destructions. And your rooms are as you left them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I never actually. Wait, have I slept here?
No one has slept
No,
here yet.
not yet.
Cool, because I don't think I ordered a room.
We're all sharing a room.
There's one
Oh,
room
okay.
with
The room that you
4
were
beds
kidnapped
in
in.
it.
Yes.
That's
For the
that's the
four of
reverse.
you.
Can I not use that bed?
Well, there are 5 of us.
Correct.
Were you on a bed? I thought you
There
were
are 4
tied
of
to a
them when
chair.
they showed up.
Were you tied to a bed?
I was tied to a bed.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Yeah, you were tied to one of the 4 beds in that room.
Not doing that one.
Yeah.
Alright.
Not that bed, makes sense. At this point, Corin says, she pulls you aside, Tornir, and says, I don't like to have to do this, but I must go and feed.
Right? Because of the... Yeah, have you been able to feed before?
I have fed once while we have been here, but it is coming time where I need to again. I would not like to burden the rest of you with such an endeavor, so I will go take care of what I need to take care of, and then return to the rooms when the time is right.
Well, if it is as you say, then that, I'm sure that at some point we'll all be willing to make an arrangement of sorts, and not myself included, but if you feel more comfortable going out today.
I would rather not at this point. I feel badly enough as it is. But I appreciate that it is something that we, I suppose, can discuss. But for now, I would prefer it be a stranger. For sure. And Corin makes her goodbyes and exits the Blue Water Inn. And the four of you are left in the main tap room to do as you please. If you would like to go upstairs or hang out and talk to Rictavio and the drunk guys.
What drinks were they serving at Strahd's place?
Wine.
Wine. Yeah, I'm not really a wine girl.
This is
It's pretty much all there is.
this is purple grape mash number 3 and the red dragon crush.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna go up to Rictavio.
Okay.
I'll join. Yeah. He's a
Okay.
fun guy.
And he goes, hello! It is good to see you again, my friend.
Have you moved since we left?
That is none of your business. I have been entertaining these fine people here these ruffians of the wild, these hunters. But, you know, doing as I do and regaling them with brilliant and wondrous tales. How was your evening?
Absolutely horrifying.
Dinner was fine. Winter was a bit bland. I never used hard cheese myself, but
So, dinner with the vampire.
Yeah.
I also interviewed him a bit, or he really interviewed us. But
Yeah, we had like private meetings. Really intense.
You spend time alone with Strahd, and you are alive? None of you have turned into vampires, right?
I mean, he offered, but no.
oh, you're serious, okay. Oh boy.
I was what? 2 inches away from getting bit.
Also, how would that?
You also asked to be bent.
Not to be offensive, but do you
I
have blood?
to be honest. I'm not
How much of
entirely
you is blood?
sure.
Would half of you become a vampire?
I don't. I might just die.
You might just die.
I feel like we shouldn't risk it.
Yeah, that doesn't seem
We weren't
sound.
planning to risk it.
No,
but
I was fully just messing with
See,
him.
here's the thing. Sorry, Pablo. Here's the thing about you messing with Strahd. It always seems to end with you being like, do it to him. When you fully don't want him to, and him just going, alright.
But he didn't.
Yeah,
He's yet
This
He
time.
has yet to.
You did just go, I'm going to shoot you. And then he went.
Well, yeah.
So, don't think we're letting that one
Well, I did shoot him. In my defense, I thought the challenge was over. I
You
wouldn't have
keep
wasted my
saying
time.
that. You keep saying that.
I was really confident. We completed the test.
This sounds like one of my stories. You shot Strahd?
Yeah, I thought we already told you that.
Oh, you did. Sorry. There's so much information going around.
Yeah. Tried to shoot him in the face. Yeah, we had private meetings with him. We met all the mistresses.
Ah.
We call them male mistress.
The consorts.
That.
That.
The brides or so of Strahd.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or the mistresses?
That is good. That is funny. You were not here before.
No, we became friends on the road.
And you see before you a extremely brightly colored. He's wearing mostly like yellow and orange and like a splash of purple. He has a strange hat on and like a curly mustache. And he's a very like lanky and long and very animated. He's like, my name is Rictavio. It is so nice to meet you.
We met a couple minutes ago. It's wonderful to see you again. Yeah. It's so nice.
Thank you. I do my best to keep the people of Valaki entertained.
Entertained?
Oh yes, I know all the best stories.
Stories! I love stories! I was just telling you I love stories.
Well then, do I have a story for you? Once upon a time, and by once upon a time I mean this actually happened. I came here with a monkey on my back and a tiger at my side, seeking to bring joy to the people of Valaki, and boy, were they not happy. The monkey was not welcome here at the Blue Water Inn, so I sent it off to the toy maker. You know Blinsky, no? The toy maker?
Classic Blinsky, yeah.
Classic
No.
Blinsky! Is no fun, is no Blinsky!
Oh!
Yeah, so Piccolo lives with Blinsky now and is the best little helper in the world. Ever since, I have done my best to make sure that the fire is always roaring, that the wine is always flowing, and the stories are always true.
Oh, that's amazing! Oh, that's so amazing!
Thank you!
And, is your tiger friendly?
Unless you...
Yes.
She's friendly.
Would I be able to pet her?
Absolutely.
That's actually how we met, Octavio.
Really?
We
We
stole
need to
the
try
They broke into my wagon!
She was a little agitated and trying to get out of the wagon, so we opened it up and let her come find her owner.
Well, she would only have been agitated if she was being agitated by other people, but it is neither here nor there.
Well, I'll try my best not to agitate her.
And I appreciate that. She is a good girl.
I come over and I start petting.
And yeah, the saber-tooth tiger is just like an absolute love bug. It just like rolls over and like lets you do belly scratches,
Oh
like
my god.
the cutest little vicious animal you've ever seen. That reminds me of the other time when I was chased off a cliff by a pack of saber-tooth tigers. And I jumped and I used my cape to slow my descent, and I landed on the ground on my own 2 feet.
You use the cape?
Yes? I'm not wearing it now, it's only for special occasions.
Oh, so you were coming from a special occasion when you were chased by saber-tooth tiger.
Yes, absolutely. It was the winter festival in my town. It was a big deal.
Oh, then so how'd you get from the winter festival in your town to the saber-tooth tiger?
Well, it's hard to exactly remember. I just remember 1 minute I'm at the festival and the next I'm out on the outskirts of town being chased by a pack of saber-tooth tigers. It was crazy.
Ricky,
The truth can be fuck.
so Ricky, you're saying that if you had a giant cape and you were to jump off a cliff and you were to hold the ends of the cape out like this, you could reduce your, let's call it fall damage, by a certain amount.
I certainly landed on my feet. I don't know that everybody could do it, but
Okay.
I made it happen.
Guys, why are you trying to fact check him so much? Stories can be good
No.
without being true.
He's
Oh, but they are
asserted
true!
He's just asserted they are true, so
Yeah?
we're
So,
curious
I just want
about
to
the
know.
mechanics of that.
I just want to know about the story and all of it.
Well, ask me anything.
Except how you got to the
Is it
saber-tooth
right?
tiger, but
I think that I was probably out taking a walk amongst the beauty of nature after having several jugs of wine to myself at the winter festival.
right.
How did you get to Barovia and how long ago was that?
Yeah, it's been a little bit. Well, I've been staying here for just under a month. Erwin has been so nice. Before that, I came from the village of Barovia, and well, before that, I was sort of a man about the world.
And did you come here because you thought the business would be good, or it was like good climate for your tiger?
Well, I didn't intend to come here in the first place, but such is the way. I've run across many others that have been lured here under false pretenses. I was trying to make someone's acquaintance, and they put me in the back of a wagon, and here I am.
And did Strahd ever ask or desire anything of you?
He doesn't want anything to do with the likes of me. I'm not special.
I think you're special,
Thank you.
just like everyone else.
I think you're a special kind of special.
Well, thank you.
It's strange for Strahd just to pick someone randomly, no? We all have our place, no?
Well, I think sometimes that there are things like accidents that happen, and
Technically, the Vistani can take whoever they want.
the Vistani. Have you come across many of them in your time here?
We passed through a camp on the way.
I see.
What are those?
They're like tents.
They're like nomadic, similar entertainers, fortune tellers, dancers. Just nomadic groups of artists, I guess.
Are they nice?
An
They were quite nice to us.
interesting folk, to say the least.
Surprised you don't get along with them.
I do my best to get along with everyone.
And yet doesn't seem to work with them.
So it was.
Well, seeing as they are the only ones that can freely come and go from this place,
Wait, they can freely come and go?
Yeah,
Yes.
they are generally the kidnappers to get us here. I mean, most of them are good, but a couple of them are shitty, and they're usually the kidnappers.
Well, why don't we join it with the Vistani camp?
Because we can't trust them. Some of them are with Strahd, some of them are against.
Oh,
Exactly.
That's true of pretty much any population.
Yeah, I know. That's
Not
why
like
I think
you're-
it's best we don't trust anyone. Well,
And we're
except
trusting this
Erwin.
person.
Except Erwin.
Yeah, we like it, Roy.
Erwin's great. You're not.
Oh, no, I have no arguments there. Erwin is a fantastic man.
well, what if we disguised ourselves? I mean, I can disguise myself, you can disguise yourself, you can put in the
Not for
hat,
that long.
you can shave your
I can
beard.
disguise myself really well, actually.
Nice.
It might be a secret.
We
of
could be
the
like a
Vistani
band.
people. A secret of the fog. Who knows if we can just dress up as them and then the fog will just be like, oh, that's them.
No, I think
it's
I think that they are
eternally-
exempt from the curse.
I agree.
What if we married?
Does that mean they might have some ties to, correct me, but also with the accent, Baba Lysaga?
No, Baba Lysaga is a little bit of a different story. She is not Vistani.
But why else would she spare just them?
She did not place the curse on this place. So she doesn't really get to decide exactly how it plays out.
I think we should marry into the Vistani and then leave with them on the next journey out to buy milk or whatever, and just never come back.
I want to do that.
Right? It's
And
worth a
They
shot.
like me.
Go
They're
ahead.
entertainers.
Yeah.
They would like
That
me.
seems like a very sound plan.
Yeah?
Oh well, feel free to cavort with them as much as possible. There is an encampment outside of the village.
Excellent. We find some Vistani.
I want to join you, if you don't mind.
I don't really love people in general, so I'm fine with marrying just for profit.
If it's about getting out of here, I'm
Right.
ready for that too.
Anyone else?
You know, that seems like a good plan for you guys.
What?
Great.
For me,
Let's take a quick, let's rest.
yeah, that's
In the morning, we can go stop by.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is coming on 4 in the morning.
I'm
This
in bed,
Bedtime.
just collapsing in my dress, kick my heels off.
During a short rest, I can use music or oration to revitalize people.
We're doing a long rest, right?
Yep.
And
Oh,
you,
we can
you
watch
want a long rest, yeah.
Okay.
So we can do the minimum
Thank
of
you.
6 hours until it's about like 10 a.m.
Wait, I want to say though, so, back home, my band and I, we were kind of like a family, and we used to always just sleep in one big bed, this giant cuddling, and since I've been here, I've been so lonely, and I don't like sleeping in a bed alone. Would I be able to join some?
You're welcome with me.
Amazing, thank you. I get a nice snuggle.
Oh, alright.
I enjoy my entire. How is this like a twin?
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than a twin, but it's essentially a twin bed.
I enjoy
Yeah.
my single twin bed that I've not been tortured in.
Yeah, welcome.
Cool. Okay, so you guys can take the benefits of a long rest
Happy dreams.
as you bid goodnight to Rictavio and Erwin and head up to your room for the evening. You just want to check in on Irina and Ismark, or do you want to leave that for the morning?
I don't want to disturb them, yeah.
Okay.
They're definitely asleep.
Okay. Excellent. So you will wake to the daylight at around, like I said, like 10 in the morning. And what would we like to do, folks?
Let's check on Arena.
Okay, so you knock on the door that Irina and Ismark have been staying in, and there's no response at the door.
I'm gonna bang harder.
No answer.
Doorknob?
It's locked.
Slip a note underneath.
I can get
Are you
inside.
kidnapped?
I can get inside.
Can you just check if they're sleeping in there?
Yeah, for sure. So I make myself real small and I get under the door.
Yep.
I do not like that. That's weird.
Why?
You just drank the sun. Can people do that?
You can make a nature check to see if that's normal behavior for anyone.
It's going to be a 19.
A 19. You're like, that's weird. But you are fairly aware of the Fae and of fairy folk, who, at least in stories, have the ability to sort of like squeeze through door cracks and like tiny crevices and things like that. So you go into the room and there is no one inside.
Okay. I come back out to everybody. No one's in there. It's empty.
I jostle the doorknob. Could you?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, if they're not in here, we don't need to.
They might have left something behind.
That's a good idea.
Their stuff is still in the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
The stuff is still in the room, the windows are
They
closed.
probably just got breakfast or something. It's not. Some of the alarm bells off. Let's head downstairs.
Yeah. Get some eggs.
Cool. So you guys head downstairs, and indeed, Ismark and Irina are in the tap room. As you descend the stairs, Irina gets up and runs over to you, Amaya, and gives you a big hug. Like, oh, it is so good to see you alive. I don't like to say that I feared you would not return, but I am glad that you have.
No hugs
Yeah.
for Sabine.
Easy peasy.
What occurred?
We had a very formal dinner with him and the consorts. Yeah, they're a real fun bunch. He took us all, well, except for Sabine, took us all one by one. Tried to offer us things he wanted. Really misread the situation and tried to make me a consort. That was pretty funny. I don't really know the details of the others. But we all refused one by one. And he threw us out and said, if we don't bring you to him, we're all his enemy now and he'll lend us.
I see. Well, I am glad that you did not decide to take him up on his offer, I suppose.
Yeah, well, it's a long journey back, so.
That it is. And Irina and Ismark would introduce themselves to you. Irina has like curly auburn hair. She's wearing a suit of armor and has a great sword sheathed at her side. Ismark is her brother. He has shoulder-length blonde hair and blue eyes. He's fairly burly in stature.
He is, hold on.
Everyone's
hold on.
Barovian himbo dream.
Everyone's Barovian himbo dream.
Yeah. And they introduce themselves to you, and I'm assuming you guys give the lowdown on who Celia is and how she has come to be with you. Excellent. So Irina and Ismark, Irina says, it seems as if this is a fairly safe place for us to be, at least for now. I don't know if it would be so on a permanent basis, but Unwin seems to be a good man and very capable of protecting us.
Glad.
I think we may stay here for a short while until it proves to be unsafe, I suppose.
You know, there's a festival in 2 days, and as long as you don't leave the city, like nice go out, you know.
Yes, the
Locals.
festival. I feel these festivals are very strange, no?
Yeah, the fact that they're so enforced.
Mandatory.
Yeah.
It just seems as maybe a little bit of an overcorrection for all the dismay that exists around here.
Yeah, there could be something more at play here. Something that the festivals are hiding. Especially the weird rituals also.
I heard about the last one where they chopped off the heads of a bunch of wolves and
Put them on pikes.
they posted them
We
outside
couldn't
the
fit
city.
two last night though, so who are we to judge?
We didn't put them on pikes.
Then they went to wolves.
It also seems that
They
the,
divorced out.
the festivals are very polarizing. Some are completely enraptured with them and others are disdainful of them. It makes me question why something that seemingly has such good intent would be so disliked by some of the general population.
Well, anything enforced that strictly is going to cause resentment.
Yeah.
And while we're having this conversation, I am going to pull out. What's near me? What's around me at the moment?
I mean, there's like dishes and and like glasses and silverware.
I have some bacon that I ordered.
Can I get like a pair of forks?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my little infusing to make sending again. Or does it have to be rocks? Let me double check if it has to be rocks.
Okay, like sending stones.
I don't know if it actually
So
has
this is
sending
going to
stones.
remove the infusion
On the necklace.
on the necklace for the
It
set.
has to be stones.
Right.
Damn it. Okay, so I'm gonna.
I have ball bearings. Are there stones?
They're
Tomorrow.
metal,
I'm
technically
gonna
not
go
stone.
outside and grab some
Cool.
generic stones.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
Yeah, what are you using those stones for?
Oh, that same trick I did with you a while back?
Oh, you mean with the sending stone that I can still use at any time?
No, it doesn't work anymore.
What?
That was just like an emergency one-time thing.
Yeah,
That's
but I
long
haven't
gone.
used
It's a
it.
burner stone.
But I did other things since. But
Oh,
the
s-
necklace was more important, so.
So this emergency stone that I would have used if I was in a perilous situation to send a message to you one time stopped working.
Well, you
Yeah.
can throw it at them to get
And
their
you-
attention.
Oh no, sorry!
Scratch their head.
Yeah. No, I just need other things, so. Here you go.
For Irina. Okay.
So we're gonna be trying to see what we can figure out and learn and help around for as long as you're staying here.
Okay.
When you're ready to leave, when you need us, you just kinda I show her the right way to like tap it.
Okay.
I was like, and you talk into it, you get 25 words, and I can respond and let you know how long we'll be.
It is incredible. Thank you.
Really foundational stuff. But
Be careful, she might make other things and not tell you. And then the
I see.
stones just...
okay, I actually I'm sorry I had more important things to do, but this is more important, so it stays.
Okay. Thank you. And Ismark, I will make sure that I am with Irina at all times. And if we have to leave for any reason, we will contact you. But we will be staying here at the inn for the foreseeable future. But anything that you can figure out would be useful, I suppose.
Yeah, can we all compare notes actually? What did we get at? I'm assuming that's what we spent.
You notice that Korn has not returned at this point.
She's fine. Probably an older, one less dreams.
Are we sure? We shouldn't go hunting for her?
I mean, she's a grown adult. I'm sure she's just fine.
I know, but last time one of us went missing, we did go and pull crazy mode and
Well,
kidnap someone and
We just
assault
don't
them,
want to torture
so.
anyone.
Well, that's also because, clothes. And
Well, yeah, but
sign
so.
of death.
Okay,
The fact that somebody's out is probably...
so we think Corn's
She's
fine.
Where did she go?
Out. Probably to a communal space to eat.
Did she say when she'd be back?
No. She said that this was something she needed to do, so it probably has some personal attachments as well.
Alright. So we'll get Corn's notes later, I guess. Is there anything?
That's about Strahd.
What did we get? Did you get anything in your private chat?
Yes. He's very willing for the deal. And he knows everything about everyone. We all know that.
That's it.
He has the power to give someone eternal life or to kill them. It is I don't like that house, the castle. Something about it is. If we're going to make our stand, I'm not sure if it should be there. If anything, if we get tested, we have to make sure it isn't.
I have a few notes. The castle doesn't have indoor plumbing. Don't ask me how I know that.
You're not going to harp on him, you harped on mine, you're not harping on that?
Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying that it's not, like, as far, like, for a long-term living space, it's just not really feasible for
Okay, keep
us.
going.
Okay, Valenta, was that the one I was with? They're all kind of crazy, I think. I don't know. They seem all kind of sexual in a way that makes me feel very uncomfortable. So I would want to live with them for like maybe a weekend, just for like a family reunion or whatever, but as like roommates, no, that's not gonna work. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know, I'm just getting very bad vibes from the place, and I feel like if we do make a stand against Strahd, we should probably draw him out of there, because it makes sense he would have more power in the home his ancestors were. He knows the layout. I wasn't able to draw a map because I was involved the entire time. There aren't really many windows you can sneak out of. And yeah, he knows the place. He's lived there for hundreds of years, as have many of his brides, so if we're going to make a stand against him, we need to draw him out.
Right.
Sure, go.
So I got, like I said, he wants him to take his place because he wants to ascend in some kind. He's here because of a deal. I'm pretty sure the deal has something to do with Baba Saga, but I guess she didn't cause this. We have Bertavia to believe she didn't cause the curse, but she has something to do with the getting tied specifically to Strahd. This deal, his mom foresaw it, whatever that means. He considers anything beyond his ascension a game. I believe he is trapped here. He was talking about being one with Barovia, so I don't think he has any more control over the curse and his own place in the curse than we do. Talking about how he's fueled by fear, how he wants people to fear him. I don't know if that is tied to him being so strong or if that's just his own twisted mind. He has a massive superiority complex. He's focused on wanting more. The stuff with Tatiana, I don't really know details, but she hated him. She ran from him. So even his original love wanted nothing to do with him, and yet he fixated. He doesn't care if she loves him back. He just loves what she represents.
There.
And then he found Marinka, who was drowned by her brother and dad, to avoid him, and now we have Rena.
There was something he said to me along that line. It's about the subject, not the painting. We're talking about art. I think in a sense too that refers to Tatiana, Marinka, Elena. It could be that he sees not who you are, but maybe eventually who you will be. That maybe it isn't a sense of who they are now, but a later reincarnation.
That would imply some sort of regard for another person. I don't buy it.
I think there's something more.
I think whatever's going on in his twisted mind is far beyond what I care about at this point. I think we need to get in contact with Baba Saga and see what she knows about this curse.
Possibly, but we also... I hate to say this, but I'm getting strapped for the cash, for gold.
I can make some money.
Money.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, for gold, what do you mean we're strapped for cash? We're trapped in Barovia.
I know, but for the currency to buy things, my weapons. You saw how long it took for the werewolves.
Yeah,
Things
but
here are strong, much stronger than home.
I feel like Barovia. Do you think things are more expensive or less expensive than Waterdeep? I mean, it is countryside.
Yeah,
There's a low
They have to
supply
be
chain.
more.
From what you've gathered, from just talking to the few people that you've tried to buy things from, things are exorbitantly expensive. In
We have
Barovia.
to steal them. Okay.
No, I can get us money, not a problem. And I want to prove to you guys that I can help.
Okay.
How?
I mean, I'm an entertainer and other things, so it's not a problem.
So don't question it.
Yeah, you don't need to.
I'm a lot of things, so I'm sure I can find some money if that's what you need.
I just think we need to start thinking about the preparations even now. Getting information is part of that, but also building ourselves up for fights, making sure that we're getting more capable, becoming more of a team, and trying to understand our strengths first, and then our weaknesses will build in response.
Were there any warriors or weapons in the Vistani camp?
In the Vistani camp, you didn't particularly. The one that the one in the by the pool. You didn't notice any warriors in particular or any weaponry.
So
But you do have, just for your reference, the stuff that you took from Bertavio's carnival wagon, which included a sword.
yes.
That specifically. Well, never mind. I'll if you want to take
I'd like to investigate this short sword. I actually haven't shown it to anyone else yet.
Mm-mm. Yeah, so you want to.
films with the DGP, the Green Book. Actually, have I read this book at any point?
No, you haven't. You showed it, but you never actually looked through it.
I'm gonna look through it now.
Okay, cool. So at this point, you look through. Hold on 1 second.
I'm just gonna like slip 50 gold towards you.
Amazing. Cool. So you look through the green leather book, and it seems to be a prayer book. You see some familiar prayers to the Morning Lord and other more well-known deities in there. You also see some incredibly illegible handwriting in the margins of the pages that look like notes, but you can't quite figure out what they say.
Can I investigate it?
Yeah, you can. Roll with disadvantage.
Seven.
Yeah, they are incredibly hard. The writing is tiny and really, like, practically indecipherable.
I want to show it to Ricky because it's his book. So, anyone here with good eyesight, or can shrink very small so their eyes are about?
Ooh, I can do that.
If you shrink to the size of, like, an eraser or whatever, I don't know. I just have an eraser, but could you read?
What's an eraser?
It's like
Add that to the list of inventions.
I have invented erasers, yes. So it's like a ball of rubber that you use to. Do you use pencils? Do I have to invent pencils too?
You don't.
How far down does this? Like, do I have to invent like?
How far does this rabbit hole go? Yeah. No, I would say that like the discovery of like graphite and like
I was born in a graphite
charcoal and
mine,
like yeah.
so that makes sense.
Cool. Okay, so you want to try to shrink down and see if you can read the writing?
Yeah. Usually I'm only able to shrink when I'm trying to go
I
through
put the book under a door.
Okay.
I was gonna suggest that because it's it's on like a deep level. Like I can't just.
It's like instinctive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I need to
Yeah.
like, make my body think that's
Like
happening.
the house gnomes in Hilda.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I go down and I do that. And what do I
And
focus?
as you're traveling under the door and you're the size, your comparable size is really tiny. The closer you get, it doesn't look like any written language that you have seen before. It is coded in some way, shape, or form. Some of it is symbols, some of it is letters, but it doesn't follow any sort of logic that you can decipher.
Can I try to see if this is a cipher, like A equals dot, B equals screaming eagle or whatever?
You make a history check to see if you've encountered anything like this before.
2.
No, this is completely foreign to you. You don't
We're the
really.
first force.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a no-go on figuring out what's going on with this book per se. Cool. Is there anything else that you want to investigate while you're sitting around the table with everyone else?
I'm going to sneak off to the bathroom, and while I'm there, I'm going to take out the gemstones and like, what's this?
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So you look at the gemstones. Hold on one sec. So I'm just reading over this. Yeah, so these 6 different gemstones that you have pulled out of this secret compartment in the carnival wagon, they seem about comparable in size. They're not all the same, so you have like an emerald and a...
Wait, 6 stones.
Sorry, 6, if I didn't specify the amount
Is one
before.
yellow, one green, one red, one orange?
No,
one
not
purple?
quite.
No, okay.
Not quite. You have a couple of emeralds, a sapphire, a pair of rubies, and something that looks like maybe like a quartz of some kind.
I'm still going to ask her to make a gauntlet for them, but
Okay, cool. You got it.
that's what I did in the other campaign.
Cool.
Hasbel.
Cursed.
Okay. Anything else you want to investigate while you're alone?
In the bathroom? Let's see. That was it. No, I think I'm gonna visit the Bastani.
Cool.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go to the Bastani camp just outside the village. If anybody wants to join
I'm
me.
gonna go.
Awesome,
Yeah.
great. There's I'm gonna meet Baba Yaga.
What?
Baba Yaga.
Weren't you thinking about the windmill?
Imagine meeting Baba Yaga.
Yes. This will have to be first thing in the morning. You get some information first.
I'm a little worried about the Vistani.
Why?
Because they're not necessarily people we can trust.
Neither is most people in most towns. You're not being a dick about going to towns.
I have been a dick about going to towns.
You didn't try to talk us out of coming here to sleep last night.
I was very much on the team of let's camp out for the night. You were the one that wanted to push ahead.
Well, that's on me then. I didn't read that at all.
Why? Fine, sure, Vistani. No secrets. We don't give anything, they just give us.
Sure.
Alright, let's go.
Okay. So would you just leave, or would you try to figure out where the camp is?
Oh, they said it was close. It wasn't like...
It's outside the
Visibly
village. Yeah,
close?
it's outside the village. No, you didn't see it on
I'll
your
climb
way
to the
in.
top of the tavern.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll for that, but you climb to the top of the tavern, and you look out over the walls of the village of Valaki. Let's see. You see a lot of trees,
Huh.
but you do spot a little bit of smoke tendriling up into the sky somewhere in the trees.
Cool. I mark that point in my mind
You
map.
got it. It seems to be a little southwest of the village.
Alright, everyone, we're heading southwest.
Cool.
Alright.
So you know there is a western exit to the village. So you go to the west, you pass by St. Andrew's Church on the way, where you see Milivage outside digging.
Still can.
sweating in sweat glistening on his muscles in the sunlight.
Still a
No,
teenage
He's a
boy.
teen.
Wait,
Still
he's
a
17 and you're 3.
He's like 9.
he's not 17.
He's like 19, right?
Yeah, he's like 19, 20.
I'm 3, so
We're
shut
the
up.
same age, so.
Worse. That's worse. Way worse.
He sees you. Who was it that he spoke to? He spoke to you
Me and Corin.
Corin, right? So he's digging. He sees you pass, and he sort of just like and goes back to his work.
Oh, okay.
You seem quiet.
I don't know how to piss him off. Alright.
You guys make your way towards the western entrance exit to the village, where there are several guards stationed. They again ask you what your business is leaving the village.
It's none of your business.
We're gonna wander through the woods. No, we're gonna see the Vistani.
You have business with the Vistani?
No, we just want to go say hi.
We were tasked by Erwin to see if the missing wine was taken by the Vistani. We just want to ask some
Well,
questions.
by all means, go get us more wine.
We're just going to ask more questions to see if we can follow up.
I see. Well, that makes quite a bit of difference as opposed to just paying a friendly visit to the Vistani.
It's a very unfriendly visit. We're very unfriendly. Look how
Friendly
sad
or
we are.
not, casual encounters with the Vistani raise some alarms, but if you have purpose there, very well. Will you be back before sundown?
We
plan.
shouldn't take too long. Our investigation might lead us elsewhere, but
Well, you're not an inconspicuous bunch. I'm sure
Right.
I would recognize you upon your return.
Passwords kumquat.
Okay, see, I heard that from the Eastern Wall guards. Someone using kumquat as a password. What is a kumquat?
It's a very large fruit that's native to my homeland.
I see. Okay,
Do you know what a raccoon is?
a raccoon?
don't get me started on but you know that other stuff I'm getting distracted.
Crazy the things we...
Distraccooned and.
Do you just give yourself emotional damage?
I had temporary hit points from something yesterday. I don't know what it was.
From False Life, right? No.
I had like 6 extra health. Don't know from what.
Cool. Cool. Awesome.
Alright.
So you guys make your arrangement with the guard and exit the village. You see the Old Sphalic Road continues to the west. And before long, there is a path that forks into the woods. That's the only other path that you can see besides the main road. What do we want to do? Do we want to follow it? Do we want to keep going on the main road?
So you have to go into the woods.
Delay.
No, without that.
Stop.
So, yes, onto the path.
Yeah, that seems like it's more south, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is veering off towards the
Let's go.
south. Great. Okay, so you do see the smoke coming out of the trees somewhere in the woods. You walk through the woods a fair bit. I need everybody to roll a d20 for me real quick.
It's gonna be a 3.
6.
15.
2.
Damn.
Ooh.
Tornir.
I win.
As you walk through the woods, you see a small puddle of what looks to be rainwater collected on the side of the road. You stop for a brief moment and look at your reflection in the pool. And as opposed to the last time you saw your reflection where you looked old and weazened and haggard, here you see yourself surrounded by a gallery full of paintings that you can recognize as your own. Sitting in a luxurious, high-backed leather chair, smoking a cigar, surrounded by your artwork as sunlight streams in through a window behind you. You see Strahd behind the chair, and he reaches over and places a hand on your shoulder. And then the vision dissipates.
Can I jump in the puddle just for fun?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it actually dissipates because Sabine like hops into the puddle and splashes it all away.
Celia, you gotta try this.
I do it.
Yeah, you jump in the puddle as well.
I'm in.
We're all puddle jumping real quick.
It's just water, right?
Cool. So, in a short while, the woods part to reveal an expansive clearing. It's like a small grass-covered hill with a circle of low houses built around the hill at the center. The buildings in and of themselves are very interesting because they are really beautifully carved. The corners of the roofs like swirl and turn up. The wood along the side, there are some like murals carved into the wood. And in the center atop the hill in the center, where the smoke is billowing out of, is a circle of wagons circling the hill, and then a large tent with the smoke pouring out of the top in the center. The tent is brightly lit from within, from where you can see, and you can smell the strange mixture of like horse manure and ripped up earth and wine drifting across the clearing towards you.
Any people around?
There is nobody outdoors as of this current moment, but you can obviously tell that there is life in the area, especially within that central tent.
Oh, definitely end 10.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, as you approach outside of the tent, obviously you have to approach the circle of wagons. Give me 1 second, there's a lot of shit about these wagons.
Not literally. I guess maybe literally, yeah.
So while this is happening, I notice that everyone in the group is kind of tense, so I think I should alleviate the tension. And I walk near it and I go, "Hey guys, what am I doing right now? I'm wagging my finger at you."
So yeah, you see the circle of wagons, and inside the circle of wagons you see several clusters of horses tethered to posts outside the tent. You also see several empty casks of what presumably were wine at one point, sort of turned over on their side. So from inside the tent, as you approach, you hear the crack of a whip, followed by the howl of a human voice inside.
Going to rush towards the nose.
Okay. Do you want to open the tent?
Yes.
Okay. So you open the flap of the tent, and immediately a huge column of smoke billows out of the inside of the tent. As your eyes sort of adjust, you see 3 campfires burning inside the tent, filling sort of like the top of the tent with smoke that is now being released into the air outside. You also, hold on 1 second. Yeah, so you see several Vistani sort of what seem to be like lying passed out on the ground. There's a pole in the center of the tent to which is tied a teenage boy with his hands behind his back, and an older man who's large in stature, wearing studded leather armor, brandishing a whip. And as you open the door, he brings the whip down on the boy again, who screams. There's another man in armor standing next to him, who places his hand on the whip-wielding man's shoulder and says, "Easy, brother. I think Alexei has learned his lesson."
Do you think these two people would be afraid of Strahd?
What?
Do you think these people would be afraid of Strahd? Like, if they saw Strahd come to this room, they would just...
Let's not do that right now.
No?
No.
Save it for later?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's like plan F.
What's plan E?
Not that.
Okay. As the tent door opens and he brings the whip down and he's spoken to by the other man, he then looks at the opening to the tent and says, "Oh, guests. Sorry, I didn't mean to forget my manners. Come, join us.
Yes, I
We have wine and we have fire."
Wait, how many people... How many other people
Quite a
in
bit
this
of wine,
room?
actually.
So there's just the two men in armor, the boy tied to the post, and then like the 6 or 7 sort
Wait,
of
teen
like,
or boy?
what?
Teen or boy?
Teenage boy.
Team boy.
Teenager.
Oh yeah, you call teenagers boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just, my alarm went up from like a 17-year-old who could technically be a little shit versus like a 10-year-old, you know?
Yeah.
mhm.
Different levels of alarm. Neither good, but
And then like 6 or 7 people that seem to be like drunk, passed out on the floor inside the tent.
Are they dressed in Vistani clothing?
Yes, these are all Vistani from what you can tell. They wear bright purple and other, flowy, colorful garments.
Yes, we come as guests. Before we speak further, what of the boy?
It is a personal matter, but Alexei was supposed to be keeping watch, and he failed to do his job. So...
Was that keeping watch of the mess outside?
Not quite.
We can inquire further later.
I can't see what's important enough that it's worth whipping, and yet
Have you seen a small girl on your way into the camp? 7 or 8,
no.
long brown hair.
Do we need to?
Answers to the name of Arabelle. That is who Alexei was supposed to be watching. She's missing.
Well, you're lucky you just met 4 of the most prestigious bounty hunters in the entirety of Barovia. We might be able to help you with your problem.
Well, I have some of my men out scouring the woods for her at this moment, but she's precious to me, and I would prefer her returned sooner rather than later.
And so whipping him instead of sending him to go look for her helps out?
Teaches him a lesson.
From my limited understanding of teenagers, he'll probably fuck up again.
I believe he knows better than that at this point. Don't you? And the boy just nods his head weakly.
I'm just gonna go and cut him down. Like, push past. Or at least attempt.
Okay. The man, you try to push past him, and the other man immediately steps in and blocks your path. And what do you think you're doing?
He's had enough.
I don't think that's for you to decide.
Well, we're with the Mercenaries Union, you see, and People have been torturing him for what, like 3-4 hours, and rules say you have to take a break. And then you can keep
Have you interest in helping us find Arabelle or not?
I have interest in cutting him down and then we can talk.
If we save that, will help with the look. Will you free him?
I don't plan on killing the boy. But
He's
sometime,
halfway there
He
already.
has wounds that need to be tended to.
and we will tend to them. This is not your affair.
I agree. We'll make it fight already. The information we're going to get will be little to none.
Where come you from?
Outside
From
of
the town.
Barovia.
From the village.
Right?
Most recently, yes.
Which village?
Valaki.
I see. So close. Have you been enjoying the hospitality of the happiest city in Barovia?
At least they're not whipping people in the middle of the town.
They lie to themselves day in and day out. Would you not prefer to confront the harsh realities of this situation?
I prefer to not beat people who have done something wrong.
Well, then you are in for a very rude awakening, young woman. Life is brutality, especially here.
Trust me, I've gotten my fair share of brutality.
And yet you don't understand what we're trying to do here. You cannot survive here without being aware of how thick your skin needs to be.
Can I stealthily cut the ropes?
You can make a stealth check.
Dear.
Should I? Wait.
Not you.
Should I
It's
distract
getting
maybe?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I'll distract.
I mean, I am in the middle of arguing, so
Oh, yeah, are you
jump,
still
jump right in, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
What did we roll?
What?
What did we roll?
We rolled a 1.
And that one!
Out of 1. Yep.
Okay.
That feels good. Yeah.
So what do you do to try to distract as?
So I say, I'm no stranger to that. I've had a lot of suffering in my life as well. And when I heard about you guys, I thought that you sounded really wonderful. I heard that you are like entertainment, and I'm all about that. And I thought that we'd really get along. And what you're saying about, you know, understanding hardship, that really means a lot to me because so few people understand that. And I just feel like we have so much to talk about.
And at this moment, Sabine, you try to sneak around and you trip over one of the unconscious people lying on the ground with like a jug of mostly empty wine in their hand. You trip over and faceplant, and the man confronting you right now turns around and goes, "Calm down.
What?
Is he so important to you?"
Oh, I was just tying my shoe.
Make a deception check.
Cool.
Oh no.
Nat 20.
Yes. Well, do be more careful in the future with your shoelaces.
Like the latest, like a new invention, I'm still trying to get used to them. I'm going to invent Velcro one of these years. It's
Anyone's
happening.
inventing Velcro, it's me.
Fine. I will release him to his hut. We will hear no more about this.
Yes.
He
Sorry.
cuts the boy loose, and the boy tries to stand up and slumps back against the pole in the center.
I'm gonna spend a healing hand, just give him an extra 4 so we can walk at least.
Sorry to expedite your process. It would put our
I
minds
have
at
bigger
ease.
concerns at this moment.
Don't we all?
My name is Luvash.
My name
This
is.
is my brother Aragal.
Arrigal?
Yeah. Arrigal.
What was the first one?
Luvash. So as you can see, we have quite a few people who enjoyed their evening a little too much last night. I I like a celebration as much as the next person. And when everyone is too drunk to stand guard, and the only one aware is a child who can't even keep their wits about them, pardon me for being a little bit testy.
So you're saying every adult who was actually qualified to care for a child got too drunk of their own accord, and you're blaming the one person who was sober?
Who was charged with my daughter's safekeeping, yes.
Why does your daughter need such strict safekeeping?
Because she is my daughter.
Is somebody talking to you?
Have you not been in Barovia long?
Yeah, dude, everyone's dicks to the Vistani. I mean, seeing this, you kind of deserve it in this case, but like generally,
No, I
they're
understand.
real bastards.
I understand, but to steal a daughter, to steal a child takes planning. That takes a sense of spite. So there must be someone in particular, no?
Or she wandered off and got hurt.
Would that happen?
A man does not go through life without making enemies.
So you had at least a few names, no?
Oh, at least a few.
Which
Hence why she needs to be protected. Even some of my own kind would see my downfall.
Why's that?
Because I lead this camp, protect its people. There are those who don't take kindly to my...
So these are all, so everyone in the room is Vistani, right?
Yeah,
Can I investigate for any singles in my area?
you sure can.
Great.
Let me know.
The dating site, plenty of Vistani.
That's 6. Anyone eligible?
Everyone's pretty unconscious right now, so eligibility is hard to discern.
Any rings? Any signs of years of, I don't know, parenthood or whatever?
Yeah, so amongst the bunch you see a few women that seem to be of childbearing age.
Hey!
Hey!
That's not the goal here.
Yeah, you see one
This is a green card.
one
very specifically.
quite elderly man, 2 middle-aged men, and a younger woman.
I guess I'll try to talk to the younger woman.
She's like
Unconscious.
You're like unconscious.
Can I help her?
I mean, yeah, you can try to. I guess you can try to rouse her, like wake her up.
Can you wake hand? How do you wake someone up when they're drunk?
I mean, you touch them usually.
Water, or, yeah, shake them or smack them.
I mean, I don't like this to be our.
Shake her, like go do her shoulder, you know.
Right, hey.
Yes, that's what everybody loves happening to them. Shaken by an
No, take some
unknown
cold water
person.
and throw it on her face.
When you're
This is the first time
hung
If we're
over.
gonna get married, then I feel like we should
Oh
have some kind
no,
of.
you should do like an Ariel and like Ariel, and like go over and be like and then she like wakes up to like the sound of her beautiful voice.
Can I sing beautifully? Wait, as a changeling, can I change my vocal cords to sing?
You
like-
can,
I
yeah.
am going to sing the most beautiful song.
Make a performance check.
15.
Okay, so you start singing.
Wait, what am I singing?
Yeah, what are you saying?
What's the song that would make someone fall in love with you?
Baby, it's you.
I feel like that's too forward.
What?
You can do like the L is for the way you look at me, like a little bit of that.
You could go conditional love song if you want to be too forward.
A new part of your world.
Okay,
Nice.
great,
Where'd you think of that?
great. And the woman sort of like stirs. Who the fuck is singing when I have a headache
Well,
like
I lowered the
this?
volume a bit, like, sorry, let it die in my throat.
Hello?
Hey, are you okay? Do you need some water?
Water would be fantastic.
I have water. Here's some water. See, is that dubstep?
Can I help you?
Actually, well, I was actually wondering if I could help you, seeing as you're passed out on the floor, and I just got a little bit concerned.
Yeah, thanks. Usually, if I get too in the mood to celebrate, I just sleep it off. But thanks for waking me up.
Right, there's a spooky man whip over there, so do you want to take some more away from
Aragorn,
him?
he's more. Well, he's actually equal parts bite and bark. I wouldn't mess with him.
Yeah, yeah, so, you wanna go out sometime?
Am I still asleep?
Yeah, probably. I'm just some girl you dreamed up. I'm a girl in your dreams.
I mean, you're extremely attractive. Very forward.
People tell me that all the time, actually. But in like a positive way.
No, that's good for you.
Great.
I don't know you.
Well, you could know me.
I could. Are you from here?
I'm actually not from around here, but
Oh, so you were brought here.
yeah.
Gotcha. Well, sorry to hear that, I guess.
You ever leave Barovia?
Like a couple times.
Right?
My mom used to leave a lot.
Mm-hmm. Moms do that.
No, like with me.
Oh, okay.
Like she used to leave Barovia like on business.
So, how about it? There's this really great place outside of Barovia specifically that I think you'd really like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of like Barovia, honestly.
Interesting. Okay, sweet.
Yeah, like it's not so bad.
Really?
Yeah,
It's a little cold.
I guess.
I don't know. Not a whole lot of nightlife's kind of bust.
You haven't been hanging out with the right people, I guess.
I guess I'd like to. That's kind of why I was wondering. If,
Well, you're more than welcome to hang out here. You know,
Right.
Luvash and Aragorn aren't so bad.
Can I roll to determine, like, on a scale of 1 to we're getting married? How
Insight?
close are we're getting married?
You can roll insight.
Awesome. That's a 19.
Okay, and I rolled a nat 1 for persuasion. She's being nice. She's not really like enthralled with you at this point. She's not like she doesn't dislike you. She thinks you're interesting and maybe a little forward. But you're not at like put a ring on it right now.
We'll get there.
Status. Cool.
So while that was happening,
Yeah.
um,
So are you going to help us find Arabelle? Or
we easily
What?
can, but what's in it for us?
we have money? If you would like some of that, I don't care what it takes. I need my daughter back.
I'm more interested in information, actually.
And you think we have information that you would need? Why?
Because of the curse that you seem to be immune to.
So you're not so stupid. Well, I don't think I can help you on that front.
Alright, good luck with your daughter.
I'll take her money.
I turned to leave.
I'll take the money. I sort of yell while talking. Wait, I didn't get her name. Oh my god. I wonder if she's.
You're in the middle of the line.
Let's take a second.
If you have no need of helping us, then I don't see any reason to continue this interaction.
There's more. But is this around the type of place where Erwin said that his wife was going missing?
Oh yeah, I'm almost positive all those wine casks outside were stolen.
Great. We believe you. How did you come in favor of these wines?
We order them from the winery like anyone else. It seems that the most recent shipment has been delayed.
So it's been delayed for you as well.
Yes.
Okay, so not on that front.
If you would like to procure us more wine, that is something we could discuss.
Yes, we are
And
on
yet-
our way to do that as well.
You're
So,
requesting so much of us and offering so little.
I offered you coin.
do you offer where?
Offer what?
Where's?
Potentially,
What do you have?
depending upon how useful you prove yourselves to be. We have goods to trade, potentially.
Not wasting my time if he's not gonna tell us anything.
It's not waste. We gain stuff, like I said, we either gain knowledge or we gain things that will help us procure further advancement for the betterment of all of us.
I think I'm gonna give her a sandwich. Help with a hangover.
Alright.
Would I be able to go over to the boy that was being kept?
Yeah, absolutely. He's sort of like slouched up against the pole at the moment.
Cool. What level of lucidity is he at right now?
He seems to be barely hanging on to consciousness at this point. A little bit more after the healing hands. Like he's a little bit more with it, but he's still in a rough spot.
I would like to cast Cure Wounds on him to help him out a little more.
Okay, you can roll healing.
Is that medicine?
No, it's just a spell that you cast.
Right, but do I...
D8 plus
Is
your.
it D8 plus your
Oh, sorry, I
spellcasting
don't
modifier?
actually have to roll to...
No,
No,
healing just happens.
you don't have to roll for it to succeed.
Amazing, okay.
A medicine check would be if you were using non-magical means to provide someone with medical aid. Yeah.
Yeah, because no one's gonna dodge getting healed. I guess someone could.
You could,
You bleed him out.
Yeah.
especially if you're, I don't know, like
Okay, so...
possessing or you
Okay.
don't like dodge it.
And he looks at you and says, please, let me accept my punishment, please. And he's looking like over at Luvash and Aragol as he's speaking.
Can they hear us right now?
They're standing fairly close to you. They're engaging in conversation with these two mostly, but he seems to be concerned about their attention being on him.
Okay. So I get as close as I can so I can speak as quietly as I can. And I say, what happened when Arabelle was speaking?
I don't know. I should have been watching her more closely. Everyone else was enjoying themselves, and I didn't want to stop them. And I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. And she was gone. It's all my fault.
What is your relationship to her?
She's Livash's daughter. She's one of us. We're all family, really, here. We all serve the same purpose. We have the same goals, and we live together. And she's a really sweet girl. I don't want anything bad to happen to her.
I'm really sorry that this happened to you. You don't deserve to be punished so harshly.
I do. I have to accept my punishment.
Does this happen to you a lot?
Not to me, no. Or at least not for a long while. It's just the way we do things.
Did it seem like anything supernatural happened when she disappeared?
I don't think so, although I don't know that I would have known. If someone cast a spell or was unseen, I don't know. I don't have the ability to see such things. I feel so bad.
I would like to request, if we end up staying, I would like to request that we will look for the girl on the condition that we can bring the boy with us.
To look?
Because then it gets him away from there, we can ask him questions more freely.
Okay. So what? Yeah. So you were back talking to. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
you wanted to feed the woman a sandwich.
Yes, I did.
Okay,
And I
great.
asked her name because I'm Sabine, by the way.
Malia.
Malia.
Nice to meet you, Sabine. Oh, my head. Do you have any more water?
Yes, I have so much water.
Okay.
As much as you need.
Then she takes another big swig of water. She's like, thanks, this is nice of you.
So should I pop the question now, or?
You really that interested in me? We've never met.
Well, we have just now.
Do you just go about picking up random women as you see fit that lie unconscious before you?
I should say no, right? No.
Oh, good.
No.
That's a comfort at least.
Yep.
How charming would you say that you are?
Sabine or?
Sabine. Sabine. I'm not asking you.
Yeah. Actually, role player, not really charming, but she has taken on many different roles and charmed her way into many different mansions and households before. It's just that conveniently for this quest in particular, she's kind of lost most of her charisma.
So I am super all about convincing people to do stuff.
Right? Can you like
So
reveal it?
would
here?
you like me to like
Yes.
wing person you? Great. Literally, because I'm a fairy.
Okay.
My friend Sabine is just a really sweet person. She's got so many talents, and when she saw you, she was just entranced by your beauty. And when you speak to each other, I can see the sparks. It makes sense that Sabine would look at you and just know that there's something more there.
Make a persuasion roll.
Can I help by
This is her.
posing, not seductively, but like
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna have you make a flat roll because hangover and just met, I would have made it a disadvantage, but because of the actions that you've taken, I'll have you a flat roll.
So 11.
11. She's like, that's really sweet. I just don't usually like to rush into things. Maybe if I spent more time with her, it might be a different story. She's really kind and really attractive, but I don't know if I feel those sparks just yet.
I completely understand, but if I know anything about Sabine, it's that she's definitely worthy of your love, and if you're not ready now, you will be.
I guess we'll find out.
should I maybe try a different celebrity? What are we thinking?
Yeah, Haley Atwell's not another flavor. Cool. Okay, so you guys continue speaking with Lubash and Aragol.
So, how's this? Say we look for the girl and help. I think it would be best if we could possibly ask for some material and equipment in exchange, and also ability to sit down and share stories.
That sounds like a fair exchange. As a rule, I don't offer payment until the completion of a service. But if you do manage to return with Arrow, I would consider it a great personal favor, and I would certainly owe you. We can discuss the terms of that if you would like, at such a point when she is returned to me.
Of course.
As long as the terms include some honest information for us. I'm not trying to expose the Vistani secrets, I just want to know how it pertains to Strahd, okay?
No reason to be dishonest with you. I'm concerned. I'm in a heightened state of worry.
Of course.
That there might be a serious vendetta against me or my clan.
Is that you giving your word to the terms?
Yes, it is.
Deal.
Handshake.
Can I approach them? So, guys. So I know that we're going to search for this little girl, and it's going to be a grand adventure and whatever, but, I'm kind of asking this one girl out, and I don't know if I can be there for that. Just a heads up. I'm trying to find a loophole in Strahd's plan to keep all of us trapped here. But pretty sure it's gonna work. I just
Pretty
need to
sure
make
it's
this
genetic
works
and
well.
not by marriage, but have fun.
Maybe he can sign along. You know, if Abasani decides to, bring someone.
Maybe +1.
Yeah.
I highly
Close
doubt
to
it,
hands.
but if that's what you want to invest your time in, I can't stop you.
And Malia would approach you and be like, if you would like to remain and get to know each other, I wouldn't be opposed to that. There's food and fire, and the woods are not a safe place to be.
Great. Do you know any other safe places around here? Like, I don't know, a stream with waterfall? That's pretty romantic, right?
Yeah, or her bedroom.
Sure. Yeah.
We can, if you would like to remain here, we can get acquainted with each other.
Sure.
Okay.
Right. Meanwhile, I want to ask Lubash so when we go to look for her, I would like for the boy to come up with us.
And why is that?
Well, for one thing, I think would be useful because since he was there when she disappeared, I think he would be able to find some insight for us. And yeah, I have lots of questions for him, and I think that he would be a great addition, especially because Sabine selected not to come with us, so we would like that extra person.
Also, and perhaps more importantly to you, it's a much harsher punishment for him to have to deal with finding her in whatever state she's in than just hitting him.
And I thought you didn't understand. Fine. And he takes Alexei and hoists him up and takes him off to the side and has a conversation with him in hushed tones for a minute. Before Alexei, donning his shirt and putting his shoes on, says, I think it will be a good way to undo what I've done to help you find her.
What can I say to Lubash? You promised that his wounds would be tended to. Is there some sort of medicine that you can give us to apply him?
We have some healing salves that he could take if he would like to. And Alexei looks and says, no, I accept my wounds.
He'll be better used to us if his wounds are healed.
If we do find her and need your aid in rescuing her, it's better if you're in peak condition.
I suppose. And Aragorn looks at it and spits on the ground and puts the whip away. Baby. But Luvash procures a vial from his stuff and hands it over to Alexei. Cool. Anything else that we want to do for the current moment?
No, I guess we head out.
Okay, so you head out. One other thing of note, amongst the buildings, the wooden buildings in this circle of 7 buildings, there is one building that is sort of like a hovel, like a gray, dilapidated building with a thatched roof, with 3 individuals in gray robes standing outside of the building.
Do they look up or seem to give a shit when we exit?
They look over you inquisitively as you exit the tent. But one of them calls at you, "Good day."
Have a good morning.
And you.
Alright.
I guess I'll still be in the tent with me.
Make a perception check as you're talking to.
Weird vibes. Oh. I wish that was cocked, but it wasn't. That was a 9.
Okay, it's not a very high DC. Interestingly enough, you take a look at the figures. Two of them have the hoods of their cloaks turned up, and one of them has their hood down. And it's an elven man.
Like a dusk elf?
With darker skin and long black hair.
Like a dusk elf?
Like a dusk elf.
I'm dropping everything. I'm going up to him.
It's like, it seemed as if you were heading the other way.
Yeah, we're about to head out.
And where to?
Hunting down Annabelle.
Ah, yes, the missing Vistana girl.
Arabelle.
I see. Well, that is good of you to do for them.
Not without our own favors.
Equal trade, I suppose, is never never an unwise option.
Lady Amaya Monte.
Hi, my name is Argo. I'm nobody special. Did you have business with Casimir?
No. We're actually quite new. We're trying to get the feel of everyone here.
Oh.
Casimir?
He's inside.
Your boss?
You could say that.
How would you describe it?
I would say that he is our leader, yes.
I thought Luvash was everyone's leader.
He is the leader of the Vistani in this camp. We reside here.
You don't consider yourself part of them.
We are not Vistani, no.
So why do you reside with them?
Safety in numbers. They acknowledge and tolerate our presence. We help out around here.
Help out how?
Foraging, hunting, keeping an eye on things.
We have to go on our search, but I'd like to chat more when we're back, if that's alright.
Sure, I guess.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay. And as you exit the Vistani encampment, leaving Sabine behind to engage in amorous pursuits, that is where we're going to end our session tonight. Woo! All right. Does anyone have any fun quotes or moments that they want to submit for
I do.
titles? Great. I actually have a couple this time. I have Dogbone Centipede Cannon, Werewolves Not Swearwolves, Al Pacinus, We Just Invented Erasers, and Distracooned.
I'm gonna write that one down just for me.
There's also Wagging My Finger.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh god. I have the secondary version of Caterpillar Dogbone. Also Werewolves, Not Swearwolves. That's so good.
It's so good.
Do I have to invent pencils too? Everybody is pretty unconscious. Not that bad. And boy meets girl, boy stalks girl, etc.
Okay.
I have the night sounds, Caterpillar Dogbone, and it's werewolves, not Swearwolves.
So good. Anybody else have anything they wrote down?
I liked. Did you just give yourself emotional damage?
Always a classic. Always a classic. I think it's werewolves, not
Yeah,
swearwolves.
that's so
Hands
good.
down wins for the title this time. It's only appropriate that it came from our guest, who will be joining us again next week. Because next week we are without a Sabine, which is deeply saddening. But we will have a Ksenia back playing Corin. We will continue to have adventures with Seely and Cameron. And other than that, I think we are done here today at Abyssal Clucks.
Yeah.
Feel free to check us out on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet already. And other than that, what do we say to the internet? Cluck,
Cluck,
cluck.
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 Did you say it?
I did. I said
Yes.
quietly so it would
Louder.
Cluck, cluck.
Yeah!